Hey, what's going on, guys? Sorry about that. I was trying to get this microphone to work, but can't get it. This is going to be a pretty quick live because I got work I got to get done. I got to actually go do a block in a second, flex block. So, guys, I just want to tell y'all that we're going to talk about a few things in this channel. Shout out to Christina, and we got Maverick in the building already in the comments. But we're going to talk about a few things on this live. We're going to talk about, is it okay to platform races? We're going to talk about how, at one point I was engaging in some of behavior that I think you guys would definitely say that I wasn't on this level of, I wouldn't say pandering necessarily, but I'll get to that. Okay. And then we're gonna respond to Coach Eli in a respectful way. We've got no issues with him, and this is gonna be quick. Um, Other than that, I gotta get back to work. Shout out to Nap. So, guys, I'll be real with y'all about something. I think I told y'all this in the past. I'm on medication called olanzapine, so it kills your mood, makes you more relaxed, chill. It's hard to really like be emotional. It takes away your emotion. You know, shout out to Nothing But Silicone. Um, Appreciate you. We're gonna get into that. I think Nothing But Silicone. You're gonna pay me, but you're gonna like what I have to say about that because it ain't gonna go the way that he wants it to go. And it's all once again all due respect in regards to that. So, what do y'all want me to start with? Y'all want me to just get the Coach Eli situation out of here because I think the racism situation, the racist guy that was platformed, I think that's a conversation that's going to be a little bit longer. So y'all let me know. What do y'all think? You know, yeah, this is live. This is live. Right now, as I told you before, I'm kind of mellow because of the medication I'm on, and it's gonna cause me to be real chill. So you ain't gonna see me acting, crazy and um, all of this and that. Okay, one second, guys. So, all right, let's get to the point in hand. Okay, guys, um, get to the point in hand. So we have a situation of so Robert Reese decided to do a debate with um, you get less views when you're in medication. I'm sorry, I got to do what I got to do. What's best for me. So Robert Reese decided to do a debate with Eli and I forgot the dude's name, Mondo or Mando or whatever. I don't know the guy's name, and I'm not going to go deep into that storyline because I had nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with any of that stuff. Okay. So what happened was they decided to do a debate, and please, Christina, let me know if people are removing comments. Okay, just text me. Let me know because guys, you're not to remove any comments. Okay, please. There's nothing in the comment feed right now that is bad, literally. Okay, so if Sean, if you're saying something disrespectful, it will be removed. It will be removed. But nothing that was said was deleted. Okay, I got the chat right here. Nothing was deleted. Okay, so stop. And now he'll tell me too. If somebody deleting comments, he will tell me. But nobody's removing comments. Okay. All right. Now back to the point. Okay. Um, you have a situation where with all this stuff, by the way, going on, guys, I did um reach out to somebody and I'm happy that I was able to like feel a little bit better because there's been a lot of stuff happening in the past few days on this channel. So here we go. So Nothing But Silicone reached out to me about 2 or 3 days ago on one of my videos, and they said, "Hey, I'll pay you if you can do a debate, make it happen between Eli and the Mondo dude or whatever, and then Eli and the coach. I forget the name, Coach Legion." So I'm like, "You don't have to pay me. I'll just do it out of love because I think it'd be something that people may want to see. I'm all down for that." So, I approached Eli and said, "Hey, Eli, um, we can do this debate. It'll be on my channel. It'll be straight up real. It won't be nothing nasty. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna make you look good, just like I did with the me and Christina and you, because it was nothing really other than what you said to Christina. I was bad. So I said that to him, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like, let's do it. But then, and I'm going to put out the information because I told him not to say anything, but I'm going to put it out there because I respect that he didn't say nothing. I told him to let me, just decide if you want to do it or not. So I'm like, I'm down to give y'all 50-50. I said that that day, whenever I did a video, and I said, I'm down to give him 50-50. I said in his comments. So, and that's ad revenue money, or not ad revenue, but super chats. So he goes and then I told him that Coach Legion offered to do it with only wanting 20, or I'm sorry, what was it, Christina? 30% of the cut of super chat money over $100. That kind of made things go bad when I went to approach Coach Eli about it, because he wasn't rocking with that. And I respect why he wasn't rocking with that. I told him not to tell anybody that I told you the jits of that point, because of the fact he felt like the money that was being made may be the money that was being made may encourage that guy to troll and Legion to troll and be like nasty. It won't really be anything of a conversation. It won't better his life. Like, why would you waste your time talking to somebody that don't really want to talk? That was the vibe that Coach Eli gave me, which I respect. All good. So I tried to convince him, like, look, how about we donate money, the money coming from Super Chats? How about I come to both your channels and I'll donate to both channels, to the chat, the money that you guys will get. He said, for the most part, he'll think about it. But he did have that Robert Reese interview set up, okay? And I'm being thorough in explaining this because I want Coach Eli to not come at me and no nastiness, because, one thing, about the whole situation is I'm not mad at him doing the interview on Robert Reese's channel or debate on Robert Reese's channel. What I'm kind of, feel like is nasty work is that you do it on his channel and then you come, and now that it went bad on his channel, as I told you would, you now want me to help by doing another interview, because I'll be helping you to do another debate, letting you come on, and that puts me in the middle of drama. So I told him, like, we can do it. It's going to be fair. After the conversation is done, you won't hear me bashing you or this and that. No, I'm going to just do another live, and I'm going to let people come on and talk, for the most part, about the situation. And he decided to, and I see the chat, guys, but give me a second, okay, to get to the chat. And shout out to Rage Face Lou. I don't know how the name. Shout out to Rage Face. Christina gets the third if we would have done it, because she brought this to me. I just want the new engagement and new people coming to my channel. So she brought this to me, and that's how it works. She was partner of the channel. Okay, so now he decides to go on. He now goes on the next day on Hot Facts, or yesterday. So the next day, he go on Hot Facts channel to do that interview. And I warned them, no offense to Hot Facts, but I warned them, Hot Facts, you're actually included in this because the whole platform and the racist, that's more so about you if you want to stick around here. And if you want to come up, I'll give the floor for you to come up and address that, because, it got me looking good, because, I would never platform anybody that comes out talking about they hate Black people and we're monkeys, unless I'm debating him on that. But if we're not debating that fact, why you feel that way, I'm not having a conversation about another man. I'm not having a conversation about other people. No, we're going to talk about why you calling me a monkey. All right, so here we go. Or Tyrone. So here we go. I warned him and said, you really want to get no engagement. He's going to be doing most of the talking, and it's going to be all this stuff. And no offense to him. Like, that's his interview style. You know what it is. Hot facts. Took my hot facts in regards to that. But I said, think about it. Let me know tomorrow, either way, if you want to do it or not on my channel. He decided to not email me, not call me, not text me. He had my number. And he did the interview on Hot Facts channel. And I wasn't mad. I didn't talk about it. I didn't come on here to cry and whine about it or rant about it. All I said was, okay, I'm sorry. Like, now I see all these messages popping up on my timeline with him going off about an interview. And I'm like, how are you beefing with the guy you gave this interview to or one-on-one debate with, like, or you versus another guy. How are you beefing with them after the day after? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Like, are you like me for some reason? We're heat magnets. Like, we literally get people that hate us. Like, for no, like we beef with everybody. I don't get it. Okay, so Christine, you can go ahead and time him out for 5 minutes, and then if he continues, you could just block him. He's a loser. So I'm wondering, how are you beefing with this man that fast? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But with that said, I left it alone. But when I see this video and I watched like a couple minutes of the video, and he's like, for the most part, asking me to do um, this one on one, or interview with him and Hot Facts, like a debate. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing this now because you should have came to me in the first place because I told you, it would have been fair. I would not have swords your name. It would have been like respectful conversation. I wouldn't have played favorites. But instead of doing that, he decided to go the route of that hot facts. So with that said, yeah, I did a video that I put out, or I was about to put out, but I cut it. Oh, so Robert was fair. Okay, okay. So he was fair. Okay, thank you. Because I didn't watch the interview. Because I don't. Because remember, these people don't have any play in my life. Like, it doesn't make or break my life. So I felt like I didn't need to talk about it. But yeah, back to the point at hand. Um, I felt like he should have came. He should have came and did what I wanted to do, which he should have did debate on my channel. If you're gonna ask now the next day for me to now do do a debate with you or somebody else at this point, I'm like, it's no point for me to do that. It's kind of like old. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm just responding more so to Eli. Tagged him in the video and he said that, or this live, he said that he wanted me to do it. And yeah, I'm not doing it unless I'm getting paid now at this point because it would take a lot of work to actually do it in a way that would make sense. So um, I think we're going to move past that whole space of the YouTube gig world or whatever you want to call it, because I just don't want no drama. Okay, I don't want none of that in my life. Now, since it looks like Hot Facts and a few other people are in the chat, I'm going to get straight to the Hot Facts and the whole racist conversation. That way, we can nothing but silicone. I won't say he switched it up last minute. What happened was he was pushing it for some reason, like he was going to do it on my channel, and everything was cool. And then after that, you know, he decided to switch and do it on Hot Facts, but that was his choice. I told him it's his choice. I have no issue with him. I said if he said no right now, I don't care. It ain't his responsibility. He doesn't have to do nothing on my channel he doesn't want to do. So keep that in mind. I didn't care. He's not obligated to do anything. And he knows that even now. He knows that he didn't have to do nothing on my channel he didn't want to do. Okay. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this live. I'm gonna let Hot Facts come on if he wants to come on, but Hot Facts, you gotta come on and not be, not talk a million minutes and I get to talk none. We're gonna have a conversation that, I think would get somewhere. So platforming the racist. The moment that somebody tells you that they don't like you because of your skin color, and here's the thing, it ain't even just you. What he's saying is he doesn't like Tyrones, meaning he doesn't like ninjas, but he's okay with black conservatives. That would mean he would be okay somewhat with me, but then he would be not okay with my brother, who may be more hood than anything. I think that's kind of messed up, and it's messed up to really rock with that. I don't think anybody should agree to that type of um, behavior. I don't think so. Ski, this is what I'm talking about now. It's kind of what I put in that video, but I had to give Robert a little bit more respect because I actually went to listen to a little bit at the beginning, and he did call him out for being a racist. But at that point, when the guy told me that he didn't like me because I'm, a Tyrone, like you think I'm a Tyrone, at that point I would have ended the live, or we would have went into like why you don't like me, why being racist is okay. We would have went into that directly. I would not have like continued a conversation about something that don't really matter. So look, world conflicts. You're not going to cause no drama with me and Pedro or Hannibal. Here's the situation. If they would have did that video, I didn't like. See, here's the thing. I didn't. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't like being tagged in a video talking about locale. Um, you know, and then you put me and this other guy as the thumbnail, like underneath your, like a comment. You put, is this? And you put question mark over me, like questioning if I'm a locale or not. But then Eli, you straight call him a locale, and by you putting me on the same planet as Eli when we know what he does, I think that's, you can call it a little phony. I'll call it a little phony. And I'll tell if Pedro came over here um, today, I would tell him the same thing. I think it's a little phony because he, mind you, on my live stream, did numbers compared to the previous ones. And I would think that, with what that entailed, I think I should get a little bit more respect than that if that's what they were going to talk about. Because if you're going to talk about locale and put my name on it, you should bring me on to tell you why I'm not a locale or whatever. So that's the reason why I told y'all I'm not going to go back at Paige on them. So Ski, a locale is somebody that is entertaining by being pretty much idiot. So you're pretty much saying idiotic things to get views and to get attention. So if I came on here like, hey guys, like, look at me, I'm a beautiful guy. Hey, go Bill Goldberg. Then that would be a locale situation. Um, so that's the reason why. You know, you would call somebody once again a locale. All right, so you know what? We'll get straight to it. I'm not even going to talk about this man without giving him a chance to finish. So, look, Hotbacks, you want to come on here, go for it. But one thing I will say before I put this link in here, Christina had no, she didn't have to defend me. I'm a grown man. It was not necessary. Uh, I didn't ask her to do that. Okay. What happened was all I wanted her to do was to, go in there and I guess, or not go in there, but I just wanted her to like feel safe. She didn't feel safe having a guy calling her an N-word lover and all these nasty names, all because she's engaging with a black man. Um, and it ain't even in a way of her trying to date me. It's in a way of like, she's just cool. We're just cool. It ain't like she's trying to date me. It ain't none of that. So that's what, he was going off on. He was going off on that. So I'll put the link up. It looks like he said he's on delivery. I'm only going to be here for an hour. I've been here for 20 minutes already. So if he can't come up right now, then maybe I'll answer another day. But I'm not doing a dedicated live to this situation because ultimately, when it comes down to it, um, that man should not have been. I don't feel he shouldn't have been on your platform when he's literally disrespecting black people. You've been a pro black man. You should have made. Should have been at the conversation should have left and ended at this man doesn't like me because of my skin color. That's where the conversation should have ended at. It shouldn't have been more than that. I don't believe. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think he should have continued engaging with this guy after he literally said that he doesn't like black people. And he said to your face straight up that, he thinks you're a Tyrone. You know, and like I said, Hot Facts ain't a bad guy at all. It's just sometimes you do things for the wrong reasons, and the reason would be more so for views. And people think that I'm about that. I would never allow a racist white man on my channel, even though the guy didn't say N word on your channel. I just wouldn't allow it, and I was just confused because then you had another guy who acts like he's cool with what I got going on, also allowing this guy talking about go check out this guy's channel because he's, you know, I want to show what he said about Christina, but I don't want to be in the middle of no drama. By me doing that, I'm literally putting myself in the middle, and that's allowing him to have the right to be able to, blast me all day and say whatever he wants to say. So Concrete Fedor. Here's the situation. If original thought is racist to white people, I don't agree with any of that stuff. Okay, he has the right to speak ultimately because of the injustices that white people did to us. Period. I'm sorry. You didn't have black people like enslaving white people. You didn't have black people doing all the bad things that white people did. And some black people have trauma because of that. I can't tell that man how to feel, you know. So you got to respect and understand that he has pain, and you can't take away and deny his pain. He should and may have because of what his family went. Just think about this, okay? Concrete Fedor. You probably know where you're from. Your family probably know where they're from. We are here not knowing anything about nothing. We don't even know our real last names. Real, we don't know nothing. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that I respect him or whatever, but what I'm saying is I can't tell him how to feel because he's never said anything that I remember. He never said he hate white people. Now, if you're on my channel talking about you hate white people suck, white people are ugly, white people are this, that, then yes, you're not on my channel doing that because I wouldn't respect that. But if you're saying that you have disdain because of the stories you heard about what white people did to black people for being black, I'm sorry. You can't, I'm not knocking a man for that. Like, how are you going to tell me that I'm not going to allow a black man to talk about the hate he has for white people when I'm sorry, you had over 100 years of torture being, like I said before, they say we weren't around like decade or centuries ago to where they say that at one point black people enslaved white people. They say that we did that, but there's no proof. There's no record. There's actual record. There's pictures of black people going through and being enslaved because of their skin color in America. There's pictures and video of black people, or not video, but there's pictures of black people being hung by trees or with trees. There's video and pictures of black people being called animals, being called all these nasty names. Just freaking 20, 30 years ago, you had the president of this country right now telling black people that they're super predators, telling them that they are not. I want you, Concrete Fedor, I want you to tell me a person that has power in America to make laws and to, um, you know, put black people in the position that he wants them to be in. Tell me a guy that literally said what Joe Biden said. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. Let's since you don't remember, I'm assuming, and you're telling me I got to tell a black man for the most part not to talk about like he's talking about he ain't talking about all white people. He's talking about the white people that did wrong to him. Okay.
So this is Joe Biden's speech.
Take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become become.
Okay, listen to that. Listen to that. He literally just said that it don't matter if they didn't have mom and dad. It didn't matter if they didn't have um any type of thought that would, any type of sociological background, more so being in a position, being born in a position to have a chance to make something great happen. Okay. They didn't have a chance, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Socialize into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society.
So it doesn't matter that you're not a victim of slavery and racism and all this stuff that's happened. It doesn't matter when it doesn't matter. You went through that. Mind you, this is the guy that's running our country right now. This is what he said about black people. Group of people.
The result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street.
So he ain't gonna ask why it's like that. You know why he didn't want it? He doesn't ask because he doesn't care about the black people that are engaging in this. So let me just make this clear, guys. I'm still standing by what I've been saying. There are individuals in the community, it's the small 20, maybe like say 10, let's say 10, 20% of the community who actually, let's play his whole speech real quick. Let's play his whole speech again and we'll talk about it.
Take back the streets. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that is accosting your son or daughter or my son or daughter, my wife, your husband, my mother, your parents, it doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter or not whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask what made them do this. They must be taken off the street. That's number one. There's a consensus on that. Unless we do something about that cadre of young people, tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing, because they literally, I yield myself 3 more minutes, because they literally have not been socialized. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them that we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth. I'm the guy that said rehabilitation, when it occurs, we don't understand it and notice it. And even when we notice it and we know it occurs, we don't know why. So you cannot make rehabilitation a condition for release. That's why in our system, there's the federal system, you serve 85% of your time. It's a shame, but we don't know how to rehabilitate. But there is a consensus, and I will cease. A, we must make the streets safer. I don't care why someone is a malfactor in society. I don't care why someone is antisocial. I don't care why they become a sociopath. We have an obligation to cordon them off from the rest of society, try to help them, try to change their behavior. That's why we do in this bill. We have drug treatment and we have other treatments to try to deal with it. But they are in jail, away from my mother, your husband, our families. But we would be absolutely stupid as a society if we didn't recognize the condition that nurtured those folks still exist. And we must deal with that.
Okay. Look, guys, let me make this quick and just say this, okay? When I started going against what I was calling the ninjas, okay? I was calling the blacks, but I didn't want to say the N word, okay? Because a lot of the times, black people, we get to a point when you see some N word stuff happening, we say that ain't like we don't do that. That ain't us. That's those people. Like that's N word ish, okay? So instead of me saying N word, I would say the blacks, okay? So here's the situation. The reason why I had all that disdain and I was angry was because all the bad stuff that was happening in my life was happening because of these individuals. And then when you didn't have that happening, I was being ignorant because I was so frustrated with how my life was going that I wanted to blame somebody and I decided to blame them, which was absolutely ignorant, okay? What's wrong with me? And I admit that. But here's the thing I want y'all to remember. Right now, we're at a point that nobody's going to tell me that I'm not allowed to have a black person on my channel that would be, what do you want to call it, racist to white people. And Christina may be mad about this point I'm going to make, but I won't do that because of the fact, if you think about what was done to the black people back in those days and the stories you have, the pictures you see, the movies you see calling black people all these nasty names, we literally just became free the past, let's say, I said before, like really being truly equal. We're not completely equal, but equal to a point that you can't really say slavery and all that affected you probably the last 10 years. Okay. So, Quinn Kiefer, I'm going to put the link on again. You can jump up. Okay. You can jump up. Rage Face. The only reason why I'm using StreamYard and not OBS is because StreamYard gave me a sponsorship deal, and I wouldn't call it a sponsorship deal, but they gave me a free year of StreamYard, the top server, and then they give me a percentage of everybody I bring over to StreamYard. But I haven't even got to the point of putting that link up and promoting StreamYard and telling people to, come on StreamYard, use StreamYard for your streaming service. So maybe we'll get there. But that's the reason why I'm using StreamYard and OBS, because of this partnership I got. Now here's the situation. Nobody's going to tell me that I'm not allowed to platform that, because once again, you have Joe Biden, who once again is a known racist, still a racist. You have all these people supporting him. All the institutions, I get it, Rach, but I prefer this better at this point. I was considering using Streamlabs yesterday. I actually went on live to try to use it, but then I'm like, I'm gonna just use StreamYard for now. Certain situation. I was doing a disservice and I was being ignorant when I was, bashing, because once again, I was doing what Joe Biden was doing. I wasn't addressing the reason why it's like this. I was just saying, for the most part, these black people are doing, Sam, all good. Sam Scottsdale, you're all good. Okay. You didn't come at the beginning and I didn't give you a shout out. You're all good. Okay. It's all love. I'm like out of it. You gotta remember, when I take my medication, it puts me in a whole different mind frame, and that's where I'm at right now. So I'm like zoned out. Okay, it's hard for me to really, focus enough to be doing all the stuff that I think you would expect me to be able to do. I'm just not there. Okay, my apologies. It's all love. But back to the point ahead. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow anybody to. And shout out to TC. I see you. We got what we got. What up? We got Joe Bobudo. Booty. We got Tachi Kovaski. You got Rage Furby. You got Ski in the building. You got Quinn Creefador, of course. You got Lawrence in the building. Destroy Starbuck. And we ain't doing that, but you're in the building. But yeah, guys, Concrete Fedor, you have the link to come up. When you get off work, if I'm on, you can come up. Bro, it ain't no argument. It's simple fact, okay? It's simple fact. And I think there's a comment that I saw earlier that I favorite, and I put it on here. So right now you have this right here. You see what America has done to black people, and you want to sit here and call the people of Palestine terrorists. The real terrorists is in the White House. First off, I never called them terrorists. I called the group of people that they're harvesting in their country terrorists. Right now, like Al-Qaeda and all these people, like they run there when they want to hide the people that are doing death to America. There's literally American citizens that are kidnapped right now and begging to be released, and they're not getting released. They're getting tortured over there. The women are getting R-worded over there. And when you see all these colorful haired women like out here protesting, they don't know what they're protesting. If any of these women decided to go overseas to Palestine, or Palestine, I'd say, once again, I say it wrong every time because my brain is like fried to where I have an East Palestine where I'm from. So I always get them two mixed up. Okay, or I'm not from, but it's close to where I'm from. Okay, but yeah, you have these colorful hair people that don't know anything about what's going on, and they're fighting for this group to exist. Okay, because right now they're under control of Hamas, and right now they voted Hamas, and I know for the most part they were forced into voting them in, but they were still voted in. So what do you do at that point? Okay, do you know how many women American kills every second in third world countries? A lot, probably. But once again, that's something that we sign up for when you're born in America. We do a lot of that. We kill the most people, black and brown people in the world every year. It happens. But what do we do as Americans? Nothing. We sit here and enjoy it. I'm going to say enjoy it, but we enjoy the luxuries of it. Because if we weren't doing that in America, okay, if we weren't doing that in America, you wouldn't have the luxuries of a Starbucks being on every corner, of internet being available for free everywhere, of welfare, of all these programs that we take pleasure in, cell phones being so cheap, everything like Nike, just to look good, being cheap. We wouldn't get all these luxuries if we were not committing these heinous crimes. Guys, like understand. I know a lot of y'all said in the chat, I don't know how to talk. Man, I'm gonna continue talking, but I don't know how to talk, guys. Okay? So it's okay. These words I know what I'm trying to say in my head. And as somebody already told you, I have a speech problem. I still have a speech problem. So it ain't that I can't say the words. What it is my brain. When I got the word in my head that I want to say, but when I try to say it, it comes out wrong. Okay. Part of it is memory, and part of it is my speech. I have a speech issue. I went to speech therapy for like 4 years in elementary school, and then my mom took me out of it because I stopped stuttering. But I still got, speech issues. That's the reason why when I try to say certain words, I know how to say the word, I just can't say it right. Okay, like when I was saying crotch, but it's crouch. So once again, put the link up. If I'm still waiting for you, Nap, to break down the Middle East, but put the link up. If any of y'all want to jump up, you can. So let's not act like we're doing one-on-ones, guys. I'm not doing a panel debate. I'm not trying to do all that. If anybody want to come out one-on-one, we'll do it. Otherwise, yeah, I could type good. I mean, I could type to a point if I'm really trying, but yeah, when I communicate, I'm terrible communicating. But back to the point at hand, yeah, I'm gonna allow people, if you feel some kind of way about a group of people that did you wrong, I would never tell you not to do that. I'm sorry. Because ultimately when it comes down to it, you know, nobody is fighting for what black people right now are going through. You got literally this country, you're being tormented, tortured still. You still got it bad in America being black. No matter what people try to say, you literally you have some of the policies that Joe Biden um, literally contributed to being put in place and being executed are still affecting black people. And people don't care. Nobody cares about it. People just tell people stop crying, stop complaining. The fact that, nobody wished and hoped for fathers to not be out here. But it happened due to the fact that, Democrats, their policies affected, the family household, and it caused a lot of people to be end up broke because of the fact not too many people are going to do well without a father in the household, without that leadership. And I'll say this: I'm not saying women can't lead, 'cause that would be ignorant. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is women aren't made to be what men are. Women are their own unique person. And we push too hard for women to be in a role that they're not even, somewhat capable of even being in. And one thing that I saw too, by the way. Actually, I'm gonna just let's just go to the chat. If y'all got any questions or got anything y'all want me to address, put it in the chat. I know Ray's talking about the stock market. I don't do stock I'm trading. I don't do any of that because investing because it causes me to lose my money. All right, so after a 2-month hiatus, he's been called X. He's been called Malcolm. People beat up on him for being too pro-black, including myself, because at that point I lost myself and I was looking at myself in the mirror the wrong way. And we had disagreement. And I said we had disagreement because of something that was said, but he apologized. And I haven't talked to the person that was affected because, we haven't talked to him forever or whatever. So I'm bringing it back on, guys. We got Ski in the building. And Ski, before you go, I'm going to bring on Hot Facts. Hot Facts, this might be a good moment or time for you to explain why it was okay, before I bring you on, why it was okay to allow this white supremacist, for the most part, or not supremacist because he's not better than me, but this white guy who literally was calling me a monkey and all these nasty things, calling you a Tyrone and said you're still a Tyrone. He thinks you're still a Tyrone because you're not, you're not a conservative. Let him on your channel and the conversation not being nothing but why are you just like black people. So I'm gonna bring Robert on. But Ski, if you want to take the floor, and if anything you want to talk about, you got 2-3 minutes, and then we'll go to Hot Facts and you can explain what he did a couple hours ago. But go ahead, Ski.
All right. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, because I'm playing Madden right now. No, I think what it is, a lot of African Americans, they suffer from trauma-based amnesia. Because you got to realize when we go through the public school system, all we see is white people. The teachers are white. So it gives you like this type of view that white people are here to help you. But in all actuality, they don't really care about you because you don't look like them. You're not their kids, and it's just like, maybe I think Hot Facts is here. I think maybe Hot Facts let him up because he was just like, shoot, we grew up with people like this. Oh, shoot, I just dropped a touchdown. We grew up with people like this all our entire lives. Like, say for example, like I went to a high school and there was a kid throwing pencils, and the white teacher looked at me and told me that I'm the reason why the school closing down. And I'm like, I just started going to the school. How am I the reason for the school closing down? But that's her inner racism coming out, because in her life she's seen black people on the news be bad because everything they watch is a black person in a bad light, but anything we see a white person in a good light. So sometimes we see these white people like Joseph Biden to Trump to all these different people. We don't know who's the good whites, who's the bad whites. But yeah, but I mean, Hot Facts is here, so I don't know much about the situation. Maybe he can explain.
Well, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and just hop in here. Let me go ahead and just clear some things up. Dennis, you just said, Robert, you're not a conservative. You're absolutely right. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a libertarian. I'm not an indie. I'm a true independent. I am for my freedoms and my rights. I vote and I do things like that to keep all the livelihood principles of us being citizens here in the United States. I fight for that. Now, outside of that, there are independent things that go on to where you have to choose which side you are on. And I am pro ethnic everything. Don't matter if it's black, white, Hispanic, and everything else like that. I'm old school. I like working, I like owning businesses, and I like capitalism with socialistic avenues in it. I do love that. I do love to have having a little bit of control with some communistic views going on in my head also. I went to school in LA County and also Orange County. I'm primarily from Orange County. Ran clubs in Irvine, San Clemente, all over. I am very educated. I have degrees in kinesiology. I am a nationally certified nutritionist from NASM and everything else there. Now, the reason why I did this, and JB Gunner and I are going to have a show next week where we're going to go over the issues between black and white, because Dennis, whether you know or not, I said I was actively looking for openly racist person, but I was looking for a gig driver. No one stepped up. This guy stepped up. I've been looking for an openly racist gentleman to have open dialogue with how they feel. Now, the first thing I did ask him was about the Tyrone thing. I asked him, am I a nigger? I asked him all that stuff so we can get down. I told him to stand on it. We also broke down some things, and we were actually able to have a discussion to where we even went back and forth on certain things. We're going to do a show next week to fully go over, and I get to pick the top topics. He's going to do his thing too. We're going to go about black, white statistics and murder and everything else there with Uncle Toms and house niggas is what most people would classify you as. If you want to classify me as a non-conservative without doing any research, a lot of dudes classify you as an Uncle Tom. So we'll be able to break down the nigga that you think I am, the Uncle Toms and everybody else in between, while breaking down the poor white trash, the crackers and everything else that goes on, and see what's really going on in America. If two grown people cannot sit down and do that, then there is a huge problem. You want to be able to sit down with the other side so that you can see that you can fix some things. And if two people cannot have that conversation, one person is either ignorant or they both are.
Okay, I like that. So you want to respond first?
Oh yeah, I was going to say is to respond to hot facts. It's similar to what Malcolm X said. To fully cure like the issue, you got to actually attack the full issue. A lot of white people, they don't want to acknowledge racism, so they say that they don't see color. They say that racism doesn't exist. But to actually attack the issue, you got to see the issue for what it is. I forgot what Malcolm X said, but I think hot facts know what I'm talking about, which is like
Yes.
I really like
Yes,
his idea.
Martin Luther King did the same thing. Martin Luther King, they all had to, in order to break down, you have to go and do that, because then you're only one-sided. And a one-sided view is a view that is not going to last long, because it's just going to be built up on terror and chaos. And once that happens, people come together and tear that shit down. And you got to be able to have open dialogue so that the masses don't go and do that. Otherwise, we're going to have riots and everything all over the place. So it's not a bad thing that I sat down with the guy. The bad thing is that you're saying that you would never allow that to be on your channel, knowing that he's an open racist. Someone that is open is not going to hide back any of their views. They're going to give it. And then he says, I'm going to bring stats and facts, just like you. I welcome you to come on next week with your stats and facts that you like to bring up about with everybody else. But let's bring up those same stats and facts with someone that is white and openly ready to debate and argue. You're going to see that the facts and stats that you bring up, Dennis, he's going to have those same ones in favor of you. You're going to see that there is something that you do agree with this gentleman. So with that being said, you got to be able to sit down. Now, what I saw last night, and let's get on that Christina thing. She did not defend you at all. He went and said all that stuff. She sat there quiet. Inside this chat, she defends you and does all that. She was by herself and she did not. Just coincidentally, Hot Facts was watching because he hit me up to come on my show today. That's how I found out. So if you go be one way, one place, you got to be like that all the way around. All the way around. She should have had your back there. How you be having her back. She dropped the ball right there.
Okay, so first off, let's add context to what happened. I didn't really want to address the guy, but you guys go find a video, okay? It's JB Gunner. What happened was I received a link pretty much to his channel with him calling her, forgot the name of a person, a woman, white woman that messes with black men. He was calling her that. He was threatening to kill her because of her dealing with me. He was threatening to kill me for being black, being a monkey, threatening to kill me. So don't fucking come on here talking about freaking like he was trying to have open conversation. That man was fucking threatening to kill me for being black. And you sat there on your channel and allowed that man to talk. That's why I don't respect you, and that's why I don't respect him.
I've been jumped by skinheads, Dennis. Have you been jumped by skinheads?
Why would you respect the skinhead? Why would you respect the skinhead?
Have you been jumped by? I went to school with Christopher Dorner.
It's racism.
I went to school with Christopher Dorner, Dennis. I got chased by skinheads with bats and everything. No, listen. I had to work with Don Mazza. I had to work in a place that was 85% skinheads with Don Mazza. He has a gangland on the History Channel. I worked for him. I grew up in Orange County with skinheads and whites. I grew up with all that. I also saw the Sharps, skinheads against racial prejudice, who fight the skinheads who are racist. I've seen it all. and I'm still educated and man enough to have a discussion with someone that many people will hate. If you hate someone that much to where you can't have a discussion, you got issues within yourself. Now, I got a speech impediment still. I stutter still. That ain't gonna stop me from getting up here and talking.
You
No, I'm gonna get
you
up here and do what
you
I
made
gotta
that
do.
man out. You made that man out. You made that man out to being freaking like okay. Like it ain't no okay racist. That dude literally was
It
threatening
is
to kill
okay
me
to be
and find
racist.
me.
It is okay to be racist.
Okay,
It's okay.
okay,
It is okay to be
so it's
racist.
okay. It's okay. It's
It
okay.
is
Do you
okay to
respect
be
my race?
racist.
Okay,
It's
hot
okay to
facts.
be. I would rather have someone be racist than
Do you
someone be
respect my
fake.
man? Hot facts. Do you respect me as a person? My life. Do you respect my life as a person?
I can respect your life and still say that someone can be racist. That's what they choose to do. They choose to do
That
that.
man was
That's their
talking about
choice.
he was going to kill me because he knows nothing about me. He said he was going to kill me and kill Christina because he thought we're dating, but we date. She's dating a black guy, and he was talking about killing me because of the fact
I
me being a
showed
black
him my
man. So
white
you're
hand. I
saying
said, look
that's
at
a
my
nice.
white hand right here. I said, look at my white hand. This is my wife. I showed him that on camera. He was like, oh man, yeah, that's how you hit him back. I hit him back with that. You feel that way, but look at what I got right here. You got to understand how the game works. Anyone can be racist because that's their choice. Anyone can be educated because that's what they want their choice to be. If I can find someone that's going to sit and talk, all right, what do you feel about the black guy, the heavier set black guy? He only interviews Klan members, and they say that he is the only black person that they will sit down and talk to. Why is that? And why did he
He's
choose to
talking.
go and do that? Why did he choose to want to go and do that? I'm doing that because that interests me. And that's why I did it. I did something that a whole lot of you black people won't do. Before my video started, Dennis, I was playing a rap song, a freestyle about white supremacy and what they did to us and using the words and all that. I then put up more stuff there. I did put up more stuff there.
Actually, hey, by the way, hot facts. He actually removed the video of him talking that stuff. Maybe he did it right before he came on your channel. He just removed it. Okay,
I don't
so
care.
No proof. I can't even show.
I've known about
No,
JB
you
Gunner
literally
for a long
showed-
time. I've known about
you
him for a
showed
long
the clip.
time. But
Okay,
he did not
okay, so
remove that. But
send me
Dennis,
hot
it had
facts. Send me-
nothing to
okay,
do
hot
with
facts.
you, man.
Hot facts. Show me hot facts. Hot facts. Just 1 second, real quick, please. Show the video of him and what he said about Christina and me. You got it on your phone because you literally played it before your live. You played that moment and then him threatening me and Christina. You got it on your phone, so play it right now. Since you want to put him and paint him in this good light, go ahead and put it on.
All right, now Dennis, let me tell you this. The reason why I put that there was to show that he says you're hanging with Tyrone's and all that pro-black stuff. That's why I played it. Wait, Dennis. Wait, you're not listening. Dennis, you're not. I set up my intro for a certain way. Tell me why I set up my intro a certain way. You don't know. You got to listen now. I played him doing that. Then right after that, I played a pro-black song. Okay, a pro-black song. I did all of that to let him know about what he's stepping into. I am pro-black. When he said all that pro-black BS, I will go get them before I go get Cuck Eli. I let him know. My first questions were based off of that, so we can get right into that. I was doing what you won't do because you did not do it. I did it, not you.
I think you're really missing.
No, you're missing the whole point. I'm black too. He was talking about me too, man.
Look,
you ain't Dennis. You ain't finna run this. You ain't finna run this like that, Dennis. You ain't finna tell me why I did something, man. He talked about me too. I'm black.
Stop talking.
Yeah, because you finna talk that bullshit.
Okay, I'm gonna remove him for a second. Ski, you see the reason why I fall out with people? I let him talk. I let him talk for literally 2-3 minutes, and then he just starts talking more when I try to make a point. Hot facts. I'm gonna bring you on one more time. If you can't stop after you make your point, I'm just not bringing you on. You're not doing what you do on everybody's channel. That's why nobody want to rock with you. Just hold on. Let me respond to what you're saying. Jesus. Just take
man, you ain't doing that bullshit with me, man.
I'll just remove you. You won't let me talk. You literally talk for like 3-4 minutes. Let me make a point for a minute or two, and then you can go back.
All right. All right, Dennis, go ahead. Go ahead.
So back to the point, okay? Back to the point. This guy removed the video, okay? I couldn't find it. You got it. So when I asked you to show that video right now, I wanted to add context to what this man that I feel should not have been platformed and made to look like he was a little bit respectful because once again, his channel was being pushed on that interview. But let me finish. Give me another minute. But this guy, it's a difference from a white guy who's literally racist and coming on your platform to talk about why he's racist, why he hate black people, and you talking about other stuff that has nothing to pertain about that stuff. Okay, that's the reason why I was frustrated about the situation with you because you came on my channel and you were mad because I was saying the blacks and I was talking about race and I was being ignorant at that point because yes, I had to disdain at that point. I was being nasty and ignorant. I realized the wrong of my way. I had to walk it all back. I'm still apologizing. So what I did was I decided with my channel, I'm not moving in that way. I'm gonna, go the proper way because like I'm sorry, I'm still a nigga because like just because I'm a little bit better in life right now than some would be, but I'm still that guy. I'm uneducated. Okay, I ain't got money all like that. My credit ain't great. Like the things that people consider nigga behavior is me. So that's the reason why when I saw you and I saw that man talking like it was normal, I'm not working with that. And this he won't come on my channel. The reason why is because he threatened to end my life and this woman's life for her messing with a black man and for me being black. And the conversation would not have been respectful. It would have been literally him bashing me about how bad I am as a person. And you don't know, I'm not going to go to his backstory of what I heard because I don't know if it's indeed true. So I'm going to leave it there. But before you go, Hot Facts, if you want to respond before he goes back, and if you don't want to be on here with this, because I wanted you to come on your own to just talk. So if you don't want no parts of this, you don't got to be here. But do you want to respond to anything before he goes?
I would respond. I would like to respond like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, which is like you got to kind of see the good and the bad, which is this is the problem that I was talking about, which is like openly racist people. You have to know where you are because there's a lot of black people that want to move into white neighborhoods and they feel like, okay, this is where you want to be, this is where you want to be. But once you move to a small township, a lot of black people get caught in these issues. So it's like in regards to the open racist, yeah, that's good to know that he's openly racist. But with the stuff that he's saying, it's a tough bullet to swallow. But then, like with the threats and the names, it's kind of crazy. But it's just like you gotta understand how many black people that want to move to like the good part of Youngstown, and then they're just like you might be the only black person there. Your neighbors might be cool with you, but the people over is going to be like, there's a nigger over here. He's bringing down the property value. And to be honest, it's all looks and names. So it's like when people saying Tyrone or Chad or whatever, it's like they're not really getting to know you. They're really profiling you. So it's like you could be a black person like Hot Facts, which is educated, or you could be a black person that's just like from the hood. Hot Facts, like me, I know black people is educated, so I'm like, yeah, Hot Facts is educated, but to a white person, they're gonna say he's just some black boy from the hood. Because I literally been in Pittsburgh where people told me you need to go back where you came from, and I'm like, damn. That's when I first moved to Pittsburgh, and people was running me off the road. White people was staring at me. It was very uncomfortable. And then after a while, I started to realize that, like, there's a lot of racist people. But then my bad. Then when I moved back to where I was originally from, I started to open my eyes like, there's a lot of racist people out here. And it's like we are in certain situations, and they make it seem like it's really us, but it's really them. They don't want to give us the jobs. But like in regards to what Hot Facts did, it's kind of like one of those things, which is like, when does it go too far? And that's all I gotta say. But
Hot Facts.
Threats.
All right, yeah. He's rock solid right there. My man right there is rock solid. He is rock solid right there. Now, Dennis, you said he threatened you and he threatened her because he may be dating you. He said all that to threaten to kill you, right? But then I showed him my wife's hand. So that squashed all that stuff. He didn't threaten to kill me, but I'm black too. So he was talking to me. He was talking to me too. But let me read you what the title of my show was today. Now, the title of my show was let me get this right. I just had it. It says JB Gunner exclusive live interview, the tell all about the troubles he faced with Eli. So before I was gonna go get into that, I had to go get over all the racial stuff first. And that's what I did. And Pedro talking about platforming racist is bad. He can't speak Spanish. All right, so he'll go in front of a bunch of Mexicans or whoever. He can't speak Spanish, so that's terrible right there. Now it's not bad, and you should be able to get up and have an educated conversation. For someone that says he does motivational speaks and all that stuff, if you cannot do that, you're ignorant and you're not a life coach either, Pedro, because you don't know how to make peace. You like to create drama. I'm trying to create peace through a drama aspect that is challenging through life with every black and white person and every ethnic group that we have here in America. That's it.
Okay. Shout out to Rage Face. Do you want to add anything before I go back?
No. What's up, guys? What's up, chat?
What's going on? What's going on with you?
I have no place in this world to speak about racism as a white man. So
Yeah, I didn't boot him. See, Rage Face. You know, when I'm being disrespectful and I was talking about black people in a negative way, this dude really came on here with his shirt off. It's all good though. When I was talking about, shout out to Black Cracker in the building. When I was being a racist when I was being prejudiced to my black peers, like the ones I would call like Negroes, whatever, like in jokingly way, because I'm 1-2 in reality, because whatever. I was coming in an ignorant way. And a few moments that I had, a week ago made me realize how ignorant I was being. The fact that I would be more productive, actually showing more love and showing more good things that we do, than show just the negative. When you have, like, you had a white guy that got about to get life in prison because he put his son on a treadmill and he forced him to like run at like a high speed that he couldn't make it, and he kept falling and on the treadmill, like scraping his face, and he did it for like a whole, I think, hour. And then, long story short, the kid ended up having like a heart attack or something else, and he was actually thin, like not like me, but he was pretty thin. And the dad now is about to get life, and that's a white dad. But I don't talk about that. I talk about, like, if a black guy did that, I would be all about this black guy put his kid in the hot water in the bathtub, and I'm not fair, and I'm trying to report stuff that I think people may be interested in hearing, so that way we can denounce these people. But I wasn't being fair. So the reason why
you were targeting any negative thing going on with black people, to be honest.
Yep, black people. Yep, that's it. So now it's like when I saw that guy, him, and there was a couple other racist people in my comments, it made me really look at one of my videos and watch back. And I sat there for freaking 6 hours watching my live, the nasty stuff I was saying about it. And it did sound like I'm talking about black people, not the black people that's killing, shooting, and looting. I was talking about all black people, the way the video vibe went. Like, if you just popped up on my channel, you would think that this is like my savior if you're a racist white person. Oh, yeah. So,
that's
I changed my ways. And when I saw...
I'm absolutely joking.
Oh, God, that's a nasty work.
No.
But no, when I saw that white guy, and when I saw, because, I got sent that message, and he's like threatening to end my life and Christina's life, all because of me being black and her messing him with a black person. That's the reason why I jumped and said, this is crazy. Like, I played a part in this. But Black Rock, go ahead. If you want to add to like what just transpired, I guess, go for it.
What happened? There's a racist person up here? Where?
No.
Where is he?
Yeah, where is he?
No,
Point him out.
Where is he? Point him out.
It was me. Honestly, it was me for a while. No, what it is I don't have an issue with hot facts. It's more of like, he played the video of me and Christina, or the guy talking about Christina and me talking about ending life, and he played that video on his highlight. But then I asked him to play the video on here, and now he runs away, and he then tries to call me Uncle Tom and all this when he literally let a white man come on. And because he show respect to him, like, you're gonna give him the pass. Talking about we're gonna talk about race issues and all that the next time. I bet you that live doesn't happen. And then on top of that, it's like he sold out. He doesn't understand. He did that for views. He don't really care, because I would never platform a guy that's literally talking about he hate. Like, I wouldn't platform a black guy talking about he hate white people. I wouldn't do that for views. No, I'm gonna be like, why do you hate white people? Why this? Why that? I'm not gonna let him talk about a whole nother person who's also supposedly racist. Eli doesn't come off to me as a racist. Maybe he has a history of racism.
He looks like one.
If they're both racist,
he looks like
he wears a little flat cap.
You're gonna watch out for those. Yeah, fedoras are super racist.
Yeah, it's the flat.
People don't know that. Man, what happened back in the day in the 90s? We were just racist against everyone equally.
Yeah,
what happened? What happened when we hated everybody equally? We got to stop. Letting the government allow us to only hate a certain people for whatever they like or however they look. and we need to get back to hating everyone equally. I mean, I really
What
don't
if-
understand.
What if we went against like a certain age group and we became ageist instead
Yeah,
of like
yeah,
hating
man. Old people,
racists? It's
old
like
people.
boomers, 70
Those
and
dang,
up. Fuck
those dang
them.
old people. Yep,
Yeah.
60 and up. They're
They
the problem.
fucked
Look at the
us.
Congress.
They
Look at
fuck
Congress.
all of us. Yeah.
Yep, look at Congress. 60 and up, all in Congress. I guarantee you, they're all like at least 60 years old. All the people that are deciding not to regulate Facebook and Instagram, but they're gonna make people sell TikTok. Oh yeah, TikTok's so much worse than Instagram. It's and this whole racist stuff. Dude. How many black people are in America? Like 30 million.
Yep, like 30 to 50.
30, 50 million. So we're like 10-15% of the population.
Yep.
And there's cities out there that are like 50% black.
We're 14%, I think, like 14-50% population.
14 out of 300, like 50 million people. But it's crazy, like what is this? He called you Uncle Tom?
No, I was behaving in Uncle Tom. So this is what I was doing. You have like black people that come on here and we are
ever seen Boondocks before?
bad. Yeah, I wouldn't go to that level, but you could say that a little bit, but what it was okay when you have people of both races doing bad stuff. White people, they do their bad stuff. Like, for example, if you have a mass shooting that a white person conducts, usually it's because they're just, most of the time, just crazy and they just shoot a bunch of people. But then when you have with black people doing a shooting that a bunch of people get hit, it's that they're shooting at one person and they just miss and shoot a bunch of people. But instead of me talking about they're both despicable, terrible people, I'll say the black person is bad because he took out these people because I know his intent was just the one person and he shot a bunch of people. I'm going to say he's bad, but I'm not going to put the same amount of energy in that white man that might shoot, even though it might not happen as often, but when it happens, it's a lot of people. And I should put the same energy on that white man too. That's the point. That's what I mean by like I was being Uncle Tom. And if you're white and you're watching my channel, you would agree with me.
Well, it's this, there's a lot of people out there that say that people that keep the violence inside their own home are not as bad as people that do the violence on the street corner of some downtown city that no one ever goes to unless you're like born there. Like I don't have to go to a middle of Chicago, but I do have to go down the road with these crazy people that are just willing to end their own family lives. They're taking out whole families every week.
Yeah,
every week, and people tell me
what people?
The gringos.
It's the whites.
Hispanic people?
No, gringos are white people.
Gringos.
But he has a good point because I kind of live in like a quote unquote luxury apartment area, and there was a shooting in my fucking apartment complex last week.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So it's just a drive-by shooting. So I mean, shit happens everywhere. It's not susceptible to like a specific, race, creed, or color. I honestly don't even know what the two individuals, like what they identified as, but just letting it off and
well, I think the reason the numbers are skewed when it comes to blacks is because there's a lot of these cities around the country which people are like stuck in, so they don't have really much opportunity or many choices really. Like they walk around, they wake up every day and they're like, oh my God, there's no jobs, but they don't understand if they go 500 miles south, there's plenty of work, there's plenty of jobs for you to have a regular life.
Right.
But
it's also difficult, I believe, for a lot of these people to kind of migrate to like a new region. Like you're not going to just uproot yourself from the city of Chicago and move to like an affluent area and expect to like get housing and a job, like right off the bat. Like it's the system is not set up for these people to succeed in any way. No matter like what, if you start out impoverished in an impoverished family as a child, like you're more than likely going to end up that way the whole time, unless you find some miracle to like just kind of shoot yourself.
Construction was that miracle for me.
Yeah, you got to do like some hard
learning skills, learning skills. Oh my God, that's been awesome this whole time, dude. I've always kind of been an independent contractor type. And the freedom of having a skill is what our our community is missing. Our community used to be a skill-based community, even when it was slavery. You know?
Oh, yeah.
And now
No,
we act like people are not in our community are not good workers, and we act like a lot of them don't want to work. You know, when it's the fact that there's no opportunity for them. You know, and we try to paint everybody with a broad brush and say, oh, they're all violent and what. Yeah, dude, if you push somebody enough, they're gonna become violent. You know,
Yep.
and yeah, there's people out there that are racist, but I look at it like this. I feel like everyone has a right to be racist. So, you know, if you really don't want to mess with me, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why
I
do we have
I
to care
hate
so
white
much
people.
about? Yeah, why do we have to care so much about what other people think about us? Does that affect my wallet? Maybe a little bit, but I'll get over it. I worked around it. You know.
Well, let me say two things here real quick. First thing is, I would text it, but I'm gonna just tell him because I don't want, or because I blocked him pretty much. I don't want to talk to him. Brandon, keep it on the topic. Don't say nothing about me at all because what you two did, and really you did, you know, you can't take back because there's a lot of issues at home because of that situation. So please, otherwise, Christina, if he says anything pertaining to me directly, if he's not talking about the topic, block him because I don't mess with him no more. I don't want to talk to him ever again in life. So we make that clear. Secondly, the whole point of me doing this live right now is to say that, you know, is it okay to platform a racist? So the whole point of me doing this, and the reason why
Well,
we're
it
talking
depends
right
on
now,
if
more
you
so
want to
is
grow your audience in a certain direction. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Oh no, you good.
Racist. I found one. I found
no,
one.
I'm not. I'm absolutely not. If you want your viewer base to be a bunch of racist people, yeah, it's great to platform a racist person because then you're gonna draw more attention. You know, you want to put someone up there like who can I think of? I don't know. Jesse Lee Peterson, for example. You want to platform that guy. That guy's super racist against black people. You know, you'll get in all kinds of crazy, you know, alt-right, you know, just extremists on here.
I don't think he's crazy. I don't think he's racist. I think he's really like he
You think
is
he's just
so
trolling?
old school. No, he is straight up what he thinks, bro. He's straight up what he
I
thinks.
think
Like
he
I've
he
been
might
like
have a
my
little
whole
brain
life,
damage.
dude. Any boss I've ever had, I've been able to tell whatever's on my mind because I'm not afraid. Right? And there's a lot of people that run around and they self-censor themselves. Jesse Lee Peterson is probably what a lot of black people think about a lot of other black people because they say, hey man, like what are you doing? What are you doing? You got $3,000 rims on $1,000 car and you don't have a babysitter and all this other crap, you know? It's just, hey, where's your priorities? And
No,
what he
I
does,
agree, but that's also like white people can do the same shit. Like I've been in situations
yeah, but
where
it's
like,
his,
you know,
it's
I
he's
really want to
black.
buy
He's
this, but I
black.
don't have the money.
But he's
And
he's black though, and it's his position to talk for people that kind of look like him. You know, like I represent the mixed. You know, the
So
the
let
mixed are
me
taking over.
uh,
Just to let y'all know.
so black cracker. I'm just going blackish. Let me revert this to another whole situation here. The whole valuation of you know, I guess goods, the way we buy things and we can afford more so. Um, when me being black, okay, race face, you gotta understand it's different levels to it. See, white people, you know, you guys will buy like clothes that are like, you know, we consider cheap, like we would consider cheap. Like we'll consider
dude, this shirt was not cheap.
Costco. No, I'm not saying your shirt. What I'm saying is like white people though, you're different. Okay. You're different. But I'm talking about majority of white people, they get clothes, they'll get Costco or they'll go to like Value City when they were around. They'll go to like thrift stores even to get clothes. Black folks, we would be like the audacity to even think about buying me something in the thrift store or going to get the same exact thing at Costco. They got on sale. We'll be like, I ain't wearing nothing from Costco. Like we are materialistic because a lot of times we don't own anything that means anything. in reality, but we value those things like this Nike and stupid stuff like this chain. Even though it's cheap, I didn't really pay much for it. I didn't have to buy the chain. So what I think Blackish is saying is that with white people, y'all don't care half of the time. Like your cars, you buy a hoopty, and we'll be like, oh, that dude's broke. But with us, we'll buy like a brand new car fresh off the dealership if we got good enough credit to get it, or we'll go buy a car like our dealerships that are like in the hood. They'll have the nicest looking cars. They'll have like a 2017 Chrysler 300, okay? But the engine is crappy. It's knocking. It got like 90,000 miles on it. We'll run up in there. We'll see that, and it have some rims on it. We'll buy that for $10,000, whatever, instead of going and getting a car that got like 30,000 miles on it. That is like say a Honda Accord or something. That's $10,000. We'll go for the 300 instead. I promise you, that's just how it is. That's the reason why. And it's like. And remember, it ain't all black people. I'm talking about like the majority
Now,
of us.
is that
We'll buy
racist
things
to
that look better.
I
Is
feel
that
like, dude,
racist to say?
What was that?
Is that racist
No,
to
not at
say?
all. Because no,
Dennis,
no, okay, we're
you're
gonna poll right
thinking like
now.
you're through your own like point
People
of
gonna
view.
agree.
Like you speak so hyperbolic. Like you're saying like majority of people are gonna go buy a shit car, and majority of white people are gonna go do this. Like I feel like you're just like tunnel vision. Like you hyper focus on this one thing, and like that's the truth to everything. Like you live in the hyperbolic time chamber. You know.
I think a lot of people
Okay, so why
misspend
are
their
most
money.
why
And a lot of people that you
so,
see that might look very successful are actually living off of credit. Look at the numbers that the IRS or whoever puts out there that people can't. Most 50-something% of Americans can't afford $1,000 emergency. So it's just one of those
okay,
things.
so Blackish, I got a question for you real quick, not to cut you off. Why is it that all the buy your pay your places are in, once again, the black community, and all the car dealerships? You never find a car dealership with brand new cars and all that. You'll never find one in a city with majority black people, other than
Because
Atlanta. They're all going to be in the suburbs, and all those buy your pay here places. They're going to have like cars that are freaking old as hell and beat up in the engine and all that, but they're going to look good on the outside. So why is that?
it's because black people are not taught about credit.
Mm. I mean, most people are
Exactly,
not
that's
taught
the
about
point.
credit
And we,
in
But
general.
that's the point. That's the
But
reason why
here's the thing,
I
though.
said
It's
that we
We
buy.
have the internet. We've had the internet. It's 2024 now. We've had the internet for at least, I would consider six. I'll give a very nice estimate of 6 years. And a couple of those years, everybody was like locked up, like they should have figured out how to use the internet already and understand about authorized users and all this other tips and tricks that you can do to increase your credit score. So when you do go buy a vehicle, instead of taking that $4,000 down to a buy here, pay here place, you take that $4,000 down to a car dealership, and you get a new vehicle with the warranty, and you get something that has value to it, just because you have that little bit of credit score. And that doesn't mean you have to have a higher income to go to one place to the other. Usually, actually, you have to have a higher income when it comes to buy here, pay here place, because they are the bank and they have to guarantee and all this other crap, and they want their numbers to be like 300% of what. I just bought a damn truck from a buy here, pay here place. I don't think I overpaid for it because it was under 100,000 miles. It's an older vehicle, so it averaged like less than like 5,000 miles a year. Like the person never ever drove it. Perfect body, but it's one of those things.
Real quick.
Educated
Blackish, we're gonna have to
buying.
do this.
Educated buying.
Yes, but hold on, real quick. Blackish, real quick. Well, I'm gonna have to do a stopwatch now. We gotta do 2-minute responses because you're like, this is why I don't like doing panels, because my
That was
point,
2 minutes.
trying to get, if I make a point, no, it was long. Hear me out. When I make a point, we got to just talk about that point and then we'll move on to another point. But the problem is like, it's making me once again look ignorant because like I can't, come back at you. But let me start a timer. When we go, let's just keep it under 2 minutes. Okay, it's all good. But just let me make the
Start the
point
clock.
again. Once again, I'm about to start right now for me. Yep, 2 minutes. Black folks in our communities, we got buy here, pay here places. We got used cars, and most of the time, we go for a car that looks nice. The engine is bad. Like you got like 100,000 miles on it, and we'll pay like say 10,000 for this car that got like 5 miles. It looks good on the outside, got some rims. But then that same, I'm talking about majority in each group, white folks, you would have your used car places because I've been to those in like the suburbs. They're more of like crappy on the outside looking cars. Like there'll be like a Honda Accord with like, standard tires and that like a hole like in the back bumper, like a rust spot, back bumper. But it has like 30,000 miles on it, and it has like no issues on the interior. Like everything works good. That same car would be 10,000. And the way we, once they raise, but the way we operate, we'll go get that 300 so we can look cool, get the chicks. And I'm talking about what we do, not all, but the majority, instead of getting that car that's not as cool, but it gets you to and from everywhere you need to be for 3 years, because other fact, once again, you're not getting no chicks, but you're going to get to wherever you got to go. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So, Ski, do you want to respond to that before they go?
Oh yeah, most definitely. From my opinion, I feel like it comes from a lack of confidence. If somebody's in a poverty-stricken area, and their mind is they want to feel good, and a lot of people live off of credit, so they're just trying to match other people's lifestyles.
Okay, that was quick. Okay, you guys want to go? I'm going to start the clock here.
Okay.
One of you guys want to respond to that?
Sure. Yeah, living off of credit. I mean, you can say that this person's going to go to a dealership and buy some shit car that looks nice on the outside and pay little to nothing on it. But then you can also go to a dealership and lease a vehicle if you want, and only keep that vehicle for 3 years. And guess what? Turn around after 3 years, send it back, get another new vehicle, and continue that. And if you're making payments on time, you're gaining credit. Or you could just buy it outright, because most of these dealerships will mark up the shit so high that you're paying it for 5 years, and then once you pay it off, you've built a little credit off of that as well. But then now you own the vehicle. So I mean, I think once again, like, you're speaking like hyperbolic through your own lens. Like, this is your fucking myopic lens of seeing how the world works. Shout out to Bo Burnham. And it's just, you think this is the way that majority of the people in your position think, and I don't think you're speaking for everyone when you say stuff like that. There's like a lot of people that are smart with their money, and there's a lot of people that are dumb with their money, and it just really comes from a specific knowledge of like what to do at an early age, even at the age you are now, on how to manage your money and get a vehicle. Because you rented a car for like how long? How long were you renting a car when you probably could have leased a vehicle?
Now going a year and a half.
You rented a vehicle for a year and a half.
Remember,
I just want to be safe. I don't think we need to get at Dennis, because we know how he usually gets. So like,
no. He can go directly to it. The problem is when he's doing it in a respectful way. He's pinpointing something that's actually true. He's not just making up something. So Ski, it's all good. So go ahead and finish your point, and then I'll address that, and then we'll let Cracker or Blackish go.
Black Cracker. It's okay. I can say it, right? Because
Cracker Black. Get it right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, like you can. I just feel like you find these topics, and then you've either dealt with them in your own personal life, or someone around you has, and you just assume that it's like that for the majority. There are tons of other reasons why, like, a lot of the dealerships are crappy in certain neighborhoods, because that's how they want it to be. That's how they want these cities to be set up. That's how they want to encapsulate, certain minority groups into these places and just keep them there. It's the government. It's racism. It's everything. I don't know, dude. It's just like I said before, like, you gotta kind of broaden your viewpoint and not just take everything for matter of fact.
Okay. Well, let me say this real quick, and I'm going to put the timer on for me, 2 minutes. So first off, the whole rental car situation, it's circumstance. So I came to the city. I didn't have credit. Once again, I had money to put down for a car. So I did the rental, not just because I wanted a bigger car to drive and I knew I couldn't afford it, but it was because insurance out here. You have that full coverage to drive Lyft and do, just really Lyft. And you can't get full coverage on a car that's like in California, that's like older. I think it's 10 years. So my thing was I started renting and I was just stuck renting. And then now I rent because the car I'm driving right now is $700 a month as of Tuesday. And it makes more sense for me to pay 700 and get, you know, what is it? I think each month would be like 15,000 miles a month and turn the car in, because if you lease, as you just said, you're going to pay pretty much the same amount for around this car cost. This car is a Charger. It would be, if you get it on a lease, you're going to pay about $700 to $800. Now, of course, I can get a cheaper vehicle like Malibu or something. But once again, this works for me. But once again, the community that I came from, and maybe Ski and Blackish, when y'all go, y'all can tell me if it's not the same way with you guys. When you go to most of these buy here, pay here places, because those are the ones we usually go to, because most of us have bad credit in our community. Okay, not all, of course, but most of us do have, like, if not bad credit, but not great credit. That we go to buy here, pay here places because we're able to get a car, we're able to get approved with a little down, like 500 to 1,000 a month. We go for the car just for looks, and that's just what it is.
Dude,
And
I just had
that's the
to
reason why if
pay.
you go to the dealership. What?
I just had to pay $3,500 down.
And you got
Yeah,
a truck,
but
right?
most of
I
us don't got that
could
kind of
have
money
got.
sitting around.
That's a down payment on a house. That's a down payment on a
That's a down-
$120,000 house.
140,000. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I was about to say that's not a down payment on a house, bro. I mean, maybe if you use like an FHA loan, if that's your first time buying a home, you can do that. But I don't know,
3% is the usual down payment, 3-4%. So
I don't know what
down
state
payment
you
on a
live
house.
in, but a lot of states require closing costs when you go to close, and that's like, you have to add that into the down payment. So you
Closing
need
costs
like
usually about 1%.
You need like 20% if you don't want something called a PMI, which is a principal mortgage interest. But I'm not about to get all into the house game.
You a broker?
But
Am I a broker? No, dude.
What is you?
I am a retail worker.
You just like to read?
Yeah, I read about lizard tails and other types of tails.
I read too, man. That's one thing that's lost for people nowadays.
Well, real quick, Blackish, go ahead and make that point though, in regards to like I said before, I'm talking about the average Black folk. You go to any of our cities, the way we buy cars. That's the point. Like, you're telling me that we go to dealerships, like you don't see most of us going, most of our community, because majority of us are not poor, but we're not like, I think it's like what is it? 25% of Black men are living under or unemployed or something of that such. But I think it's like 50% of Black men earn more than I think it's either 60 or 65,000 a year.
Less than
But the whole
65,000?
point, I think it's more. I think the average income for Black Americans, like actually all the Black people that work, like Black men that work, I think it's like 69,000.
So it's more than the average income in America.
Yeah.
For everybody. Exactly. But the point is, if you guys,
but Blacks have more of an average income than the average person in America.
Yeah.
The average income is 40,000.
I think we need to get back on topic. I think the reason why you believe many Black people go to buy here, pay here, is because they feel like they don't have the confidence. Like, I was able to get my first car through Capital One. I was able to get pre-approved. But it's just like when you talk to a lot of Black people, they feel like if they go to like a dealership, they might get profiled. Like, it's really uncomfortable for them. So they might go to like Pookie's Auto and just get it from a Pookie, because, they be like, hey, we know Pookie. He's in our area. He sells cars. He got hooked up with financing. But also they have those nicer cars. But I think it just comes from a lack of confidence where they feel like they don't want to go all the way to the dealership and feel profiled, and they feel like, okay, well, we don't want to go all the way to get denied. We'd rather go down the road.
Dude, ain't no way you're saying credit is related to confidence.
It does. I mean, if you ask you ask Dennis about his credit, not even Dennis, if you ask a lot of Black people from the hood, they're gonna be like, I don't know if we want to go all the way to, the Chevy dealership and get denied. Like,
all the way.
Just be real. Like, me, I came up a little bit different, whereas like I got that confidence.
People riding horses all the way yonder.
Like, for example, like, do you feel comfortable going to a dealership?
Yeah, I went to dealerships.
So why don't you go to the dealership for your car? You went to buy here, pay here, right?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get a newer one though.
Okay, so why didn't you want to get a
My
new one?
white side, well, see what happened is my white side told me to get something that I needed, not something that I wanted.
See, that's
So
your problem. You're
I
a black
shopped around. I shopped around a little bit,
so
and I
you're a
found a
black on
vehicle
Tuesday.
under 100,000 miles that will pull a trailer to my specifications that I need. And it's a little bit more pricier than I wanted to pay, but it's still under 100,000 miles, which is like less than 5,000 miles a year. Dude took immaculate care of it, and yeah, I had to buy it. I had to get it.
Okay, so how long did you finance? How many months?
Like 18 months.
18 months. How much did you pay in total? How much did you finance?
Like 10 grand.
You financed 10.
I put like 4,000 or 5,000 down. It's like 15,000.
What type of year is the truck?
It's an older truck, but it has less than 100,000 miles on
What is
I'm
it?
in
It's like a
Texas.
2002?
No, not, I mean,
Because
yeah,
I be
around there.
out here looking on Craigslist. They're selling these 2002s for $16,000, and I think you
Yeah.
might have fell for it. So,
Well, it's not a 2002, and I'm pretty sure I know a little bit more about trucks than you do.
I mean,
I'm
you
just
also
saying,
do.
bro.
What year is the truck?
What year?
Yes.
It's a step side. Since
What
you know
year?
so much about trucks,
I don't know much about trucks. Well, I'm
you
asking
know.
what year.
Well,
What years? If you can't tell me the year of the truck, then stop mentioning it.
I don't have to. I don't have to play by your rules, Mr. Ski Mask Man. I think you're the problem. You're probably the problem with that ski mask on, to be honest.
See, and you're a black on Tuesday. That's why we don't get along.
I'm not. I'm always black and I'm always white, bro. I didn't choose this life. It's just what's right.
You're only black when it's convenient. So it's like,
Yeah, like fighting and stuff. Yeah, I'm black. I'm black when I fight. I mean, what do you want me to
you're
do?
not black when you're fighting. This is why you mixed people never get along with the black people, because you play both sides of the fence. It's like, what are you? Like, are you black on Tuesday? If you're black
I'm
on
in the
Tuesday,
middle. I'm in the
today
middle.
is
I'm mixed.
Tuesday, right? I think so, right?
I'm trying to make everybody get along, but
but you're playing both
people
sides
like
of the fence.
you want to attack me
I'm
because
over here asking what year of the truck. You can't give me the year of the truck because you a soft ass boy.
I don't
I asked you for
have to.
I asked you for the year. I don't know much about trucks. I asked you for the
I
year of
don't
the
have
truck,
to.
but you scared to sound dumb because you dumb. But I'm gonna put my microphone on mute. I'm done.
No, I mean this. See, Blackish. I remember you now. Now I remember you're from a month ago, and you're either trolling or you're because remember you put. I think you put your camera on. Like I'm not. I'm not. I see. I'm black, and I
Yeah,
was
because you
calling
call
you
me
a
you call me
liberal.
a white supremacist
No, I called you a
or
liberal. Pretty
something.
much, I said the way you
Yeah,
come
you call
off.
me a
I said,
liberal.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't
You
call you a white
fucking lib.
supremacist. So Blackish. This is the problem. See, I can't. I took you as a black guy. But you you don't even understand because I'm sorry. You might not understand that black people, we got to deal with the black buyer payer place because as I said yesterday, what Ski just said, we don't have confidence
What are you
going
talking
into
about?
the
I
dealership or
bought
even
two
trying to buy a
trucks. I
car.
bought 2 trucks from a buy here pay here place, and I still have them.
Okay. Okay, but the whole point of the matter is we don't feel confidence. We don't have confidence going to like try to get a loan from a bank. We like the audacity for us to
Because you
ask
don't have
for an
credit. You
application
have to
where you
have
have
a
to do
credit score, and you have to build your credit score in order to get a loan from a bank for any vehicle ever.
Dennis,
And the
do you have
reason that
a checking
the reason
account with
that
like a regular bank like Chase or like Bank of America or Wells Fargo or anything like that? You have like a regular checking account?
Yeah,
yeah,
I have a Bank of
couple.
America account.
Okay, you could get an auto loan through Bank of America, and like
No, but
depending on how long
here's
you've had an open checking account, they can shoot you a good deal. Like
Yeah,
no
they
matter
can.
what your
Yeah,
credit score
the
is,
bank itself. Yeah, Bank America.
they'll pre-approve you for
Freaking
any
ran
amount
up
that
rates.
you could say, hey, I want to buy a car, and if you've had a checking account with them for like 10, 15 years, they'll fucking give you the 20 grand you need for a car, and then
Yeah,
you
because
can get whatever.
they see the income. But the problem is another thing, just like the credit score that eludes a lot of people of my complexion. Banks also elude them because they don't. It's just like a weird thing. It's like I swear, blacks and Hicks got so much in common. Neither one of them trust banks. Neither one of them trust banks.
Yeah,
Oh
dude, I
wow!
have all
And guess
these.
what?
I have
Neither
all
one of
these
them like the
redneck fuckers
police.
coming into my store asking if we're selling gold bars because they want to trade all their
Oh.
cash in for gold.
Gold bars.
Yeah,
Yo, that's funny. But
it's like, what are you
yeah,
gonna do with the gold?
I don't know. I guess bite a piece off for a piece of bread or something. I mean,
That's not, here's the thing, that's not even the point because once again, I told the story, which was the actual true story. I told it before on this channel about me going in that bank, them not knowing I had the account and not even letting me cash a check. And then I was on live the one day trying to cash a check directly from that bank and they wouldn't cash it for me. They said that they had to verify that the check was, real from the woman. And, once again, like white people
okay.
don't be dealing with that. Y'all go in to cash a check. Y'all ain't got a white rage face. Have you ever had to go into a bank with a check that's wrote out to
What's
you?
the biggest?
Mhm.
What's the biggest check you took into a bank?
And she told
What's
you
the biggest check I took into a bank or
No.
Dennis?
Dallas, Dennis. What's the biggest check?
$300,000.
Okay,
$300,000 when I
okay.
sold the house.
And they was
No, yeah,
like,
the
"Oh
right
hell
was a
no, you
heritage.
ain't. This is fake." That's what they called the police on you,
No,
huh?
No, just put a hold
Once
on it.
again, that's the problem. This is what I mean by like you're either trolling or you're trying to. Nobody said that. I'm talking about a
Like a
$5
little
check.
bit of comedy.
That tried to catch. No, we don't need that. I'm
It's
trying to.
funny
I'm
because
not
there was
doing
a
that.
dude that had
No,
his.
it ain't
He went
funny.
to go cash his paycheck, and the Chase Bank called the police on him just trying to cash his paycheck. And his boss like even showed up with them and was like, "What the hell's going on?" And yeah, dude, it's screwed. Dude, I go into banks all the time with a check, and yeah, it sucks unless they know you, because they just look at you crazy.
Okay, Blackish, let me finish the point real quick, please, man. You keep cutting me off and you go on
My
and
problem,
on.
my
Look,
bad.
the whole point of the matter was, yeah, it's all good. That $300,000 was actually wired into my account, actually, it wasn't a check. The $500 check that I tried to cash a year ago in California, in LA, it was rolled out from that bank, and I went into that bank to cash it. They don't tell you, they have to legally, unless they detect some type of fraud, they have to cash a check. My ID was correct. I have my
No, they
social security
don't.
card. And yeah, they do. Okay, so they're gonna deny you cashing your check at a bank where the bank was drawn out of.
I have
They're legally allowed
looked
to do that.
into this before. I've looked into this before. I've studied it. A bank does not have to accept anyone else's check nor their own check. They do not have to cash it. And when I found that out, I was like, "What the hell? Like, what? It's crazy, dude. Yeah, it's just like when you go up to the bank and you try to get like $10,000 out, and they say, "Well, we really don't have that much cash. You got to come back and all this other stuff." They don't have to give you your money, and they don't have to cash any checks. They basically don't have to do anything. They can tell you, "Oh, we're closed for the day." They do have to be open, but they don't have to provide you service, which is crazy. They do have to be open though. That's why they're only closed on Sundays.
Well, I could just tell you my experience from working in the bank. If you're cashing a check at the bank that it was drawn from, they can look to the account to see if the funds are there, and then they can contact the owner. And many banks, they contact the owner and say, "Hey, do you know somebody named Dennis Page? Did you write a check out?" And all they have to do is say yes or no. So it's like, they probably tell you're Black on Tuesday stuff because they don't want you at the bank. But in all actuality, it's like when I worked at the bank, they tell one of the reasons why I stopped working at the previous bank that I was working at was they was telling Black people that they need an appointment, and I was seeing all the white people, they didn't need appointment for notaries, mortgages, and stuff like that, and that stuff made me mad. So I had a dip. But
What bank was that,
Black
if you
people,
don't mind me asking?
pardon me.
What bank was that, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I do mind you asking.
Okay.
So I don't want.
I had a similar situation at Bank of America, actually, because I was going to the bank to remove someone from my account, and they told me I needed an appointment. And I had to sit around and waited too long, and I gave up, and I was like, fuck you guys, I'm going to schedule an appointment for next week. And I had to come back, and it was just a arduous task just to remove someone from my own checking account.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is this though, your life is not a fact. So it's just like the only I can tell you, when I worked at the bank, when I was the only Black person there, I literally have pictures on my phone. When I was the only Black people there, white people would come in and they would face the empty offices because they didn't want to be helped by me. And I will go out there and I would be the first one out there. I say, "Hey, ma'am, can I help you?" They say no, and then one of the tellers would be smart and funny and walk them into my office. So they thought that shit was funny. So it's like, it's not funny because you playing with a real Black person's life. Because I'm over here trying to do my job, but these white people, they come in here like, you're black, and and I got a black name, and they don't want to work with me. But then all you white people sit around and be lazy. But
Yeah,
then I'm over here doing
I'm
the most.
so fucking
But
lazy.
You
yet,
damn white people. You
Right.
damn white people, I swear. Getting on my nerves. I swear.
See, Black on Tuesday, you just need to kind of like, once again, you don't fit in with the whites or the blacks. That's why you here.
You can't dig. I don't care who
That's
you think I fit in with.
I want you to go with your little
Why
white
would I
people and go hang out
listen,
with them.
homeboy?
Your
Listen,
white
buddy.
people don't accept you, bro.
Hey, pal.
Jeff
Why
Bezos
would I
don't-
care
Bill
about a
Gates-
man's opinion on where I should fit in?
All I gotta say is you need to fit into the dentist chair and get your teeth fixed, bro.
My teeth?
Yeah,
My teeth are perfect, bro. What are you talking about?
man,
I have perfect teeth. You see my body? My body's perfect. My teeth are perfect. My hair is perfect. My beard is perfect.
But
you covering your shit up with a ski mask. You covering your shit up with a ski mask.
All I gotta say is this: when Dennis went to the bank, they could look into the account to see if the funds are available. If they had any questions, they could have contacted the owner of that checking account.
By federal regulations, they do not have to cash the check.
Okay, once again, I'm just telling you my experience. I could just tell you because I worked in a bank. All my friends know I worked in the bank. I'm back working at the bank as a relationship bank manager. So it's just like I'm just telling you my experience. Outside looking in. That's all.
Well, real quick. Here's the point. Like so Blackish, you gotta understand what he's saying is indeed true. Because she actually called, but the lady didn't answer the phone because she was at work. Then when I texted the lady and told her what was going on, she told me to tell them to call her back, and they wouldn't do it. Like they just didn't want to deal with me at that point. So I ended up going to my bank to try to cash. She wanted the money right then and there the same day because I was thirsty. And my bank said it would be a hold, so I waited because the chick called me and said that she'll, be ready at this time for the bank to call. And I went back to the bank the next day. They called her and they cashed the check. But it shouldn't have been that deep. They should have been able to just let her call and say, "Hey, I wrote the check out," and the manager should have done that. But once again, like when I had that 300,000, I talked about this yesterday in the account. They wouldn't cash a $2,000 check, whatever it was, because they said that and it was a check wrote from the bank, but they didn't trust me. I had everything needed, and then they realized I had the $300,000 in the account, and then of course they treated me, like different. And the whole point is, you should be able to be treated with respect, no matter what skin color you are. You shouldn't have to have money to be treated as a black, to be treated the same way white people are treated. Like the whole when you walk in, "Hey, how you doing?" Like literally, when she found out I had the money, because this was a bank outside of. Whenever I came back to that bank, she would say, "Hey, how you doing?" Like to call me by my name instead of like, what do you want or what do you need?" Literally, it's a whole different energy. And like I said, I'm not a victim. I don't care. That's just what it is. But I'm just saying that's the reason why a lot of black people are afraid to go try to get loans for houses, cars, and all that, because we just think in our heads we're gonna get denied anyway. Why try? Unless you are raised in a way that you understand the value of credit, of saving money so you can have deposit, knowing to buy like the Honda Accord, with low miles instead of freaking the same price, Chrysler 300 with high miles. It's just simple logic that we just don't get because of the way a lot of us are raised. That's all I'm saying. So, I mean, I think that we're gonna all just agree to disagree on that. Now, here's another one I got for everybody here. Rage, I see it in the chat.
What's up?
Would you say that your experience in buying a home or whatever such you did? You absolutely are.
No, I'm not.
I've said that a million times.
I see some what up in here talking shit, saying I'm just not dumb. I mean, I am not dumb, obviously, but I'm also he's right. I'm not an intellectual. I'm not the smartest fucking person in the world. But you can have your opinion about me, whatever you want, dude. I don't give a fuck. I do have some experience.
No, it's crazy too. But you know what's crazy though, Rage? Ski literally knows a lot about a lot of stuff. But I'll give him that credit, which is why it sucked. And I said it that he left because he literally has what I told you. You got to be like a guy who bring people because you know so much. But they'll never call him intellectually smart or whatever. They'll never call him, whatever, because he's like his voice and the way he conducts himself. They'll call him stupid. Like, and he knows a lot about history and everything. So it's like, that's another thing that I don't know necessarily if it's you being white, but they do for some reason on this channel. the white person coming on and just being calm and just talking and just knowing, a lot about a little about a lot of stuff, they immediately call you smart and you're great, you're this. But then if you have like a black person that comes on that also got some game, I promise you, because that tour guy came on, for example, he knew a lot about a lot of stuff. And they were calling him a scammer, they were calling him dumb. I've had a lot of black people, even the Alonzo guy that came on, they were calling him freaking, like, even though they couldn't hang with him, and when they realized that he's freaking a genius, low key, they were calling him dumb. Like any black person I bring on here that knows a lot about a lot, they always call this man like whatever. But then whenever a white person, they call me racist. Whenever a white person come over, you got the other guy that might be blocked right now. You got a few other white people that come on here, and they're called all these good names. And that's like, it's crazy. But back to the question I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Would you say in your life you had
Yeah,
to
and when the
experience
mixed
going into
people when the mixed people come on here, they call you like a fence sitter, and they say, "Oh, you just try to play both sides and shit." No shit. I was born here, bro. Get over it. I'm trying to connect people, and I'm a networker. I've always been a networker. And if you want to try to attack me and hide your face at the same time, that just says volumes about yourself.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go back and forth and argue because I respect DJ. But it's just like the whole
I
thing is
wasn't talking to you.
okay. You wasn't
Oh,
talking.
you're talking. Okay, you're talking.
I apologize.
Okay, okay. If you're talking to me once
Whoever,
again,
no, I'm talking to whoever that applies to what I said.
So the
that
toothbrush
would
is
apply
talking
to
to
us.
Well, exactly. So there's no, if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly.
yeah. If it doesn't apply to you, put some toothpaste on a toothbrush.
Why are you so obsessed with my mouth, bro? Dennis,
Because
tell him
I
stop,
know how you fence sitters are.
fantasizing about my mouth, bro. I have
I know how you fence
I
sitters
have
are.
perfect teeth.
But the thing is this: so we're not here to create drama. But the whole thing is, I know you're talking to me, so you know what? I do apologize for calling you a fence sitter because it's just like 1 minute you anti-black, next minute you pro-black, the next minute you redneck. I don't know what you are. A penguin with a rash?
What did I say? What did I say that was anti-black?
It's just like you are odd. You like
What did I say?
you're the epitome of like those Black on Tuesday people.
Okay,
I
and
don't
how
respect
did you
DJ. We need to
how
let
did
DJ
you come
get
to
back
that
the topic.
conclusion? How did you come to that conclusion? And what did I say to take you to that conclusion?
Okay. I respect DJ. I think we need to stay on the topic.
No, hold on, sir.
we're not-
You're
we're
attacking me.
devolving.
See,
Yep.
Dennis,
we're
you're
look, I'm
allowing
gonna be
him
on here
to
for
attack
another.
me like that?
No, real quick, I'm gonna
With
be on
no
here for
proof.
another 15 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. But here's the situation. Blackish, you gotta understand. You're coming on here joking, and like I'm trying to just like I'm serious. Like this dude literally was threatening my life because of me being black, and that's what I'm talking about. And this is what I mean by I don't want to do panels because you have rage faces. Just he's being cool. He could be funny while being serious. And then Ski came on here. He's actually being serious, and then you're the first off. You're talking like you not now, but you were talking so you're stretching it out so far. But then you're talking about it as a joke. Like just be serious, but at the same time you can be funny at the same time. Like what we're talking about, and you're acting like 1 minute you're like black. The struggle of black folk, but then the next minute you want to talk down on the black folk for feeling this way when you
What did I
didn't
say?
even want to talk about how that 15. Okay, that truck. No, everybody knows you're not
Yeah, what
getting
year's that truck, bro?
a newer truck. He won't tell us. That's the point. You're not getting a newer truck or a truck. You got 15,000 miles.
No,
for
I
a truck
don't want
that's-
to, dude. I don't want to spend $60,000 on a new truck. They're having all kinds of issues right now.
Because
It
you
doesn't
don't
matter
have
what
the
brand
money.
you buy.
All truck will have
Doesn't matter
issues.
what
You
brand
don't
you
have the money
buy
to
right
fix it.
now.
And you
All the
don't
trucks.
have the money to fix it. All truck will have issues. You will always need to go to a repairman.
Why would I buy a brand new truck to have issues, dude?
Are you trying to keep the truck long term?
If I buy anything, I keep it. What do you
Okay,
like?
then so then what you
What?
afraid of?
Yeah, why did you buy a beater? Are you like using it to like drive
It's not
from point A
it's
to
not
point
a
B?
beater. It's
Okay.
not a beater. It's not. It's
Okay.
very beautiful. It doesn't have a dent on it. Perfect, immaculate. Only has one tear in the seat inside.
One tear. But the whole
Yeah,
thing.
where are you getting in and out of the driver's seat?
Yeah, but the whole thing is there's nothing.
Well,
truck.
I
Like,
thought you understood the struggle of the poor black and the poor white. My apologies.
no,
You
but
never had a
but this is
torn
what I'm
seat of
talking about.
any of your
There's
vehicles.
nothing wrong. You have a beautiful truck, and I want you to feel proud about it.
My truck is
You worked
very
hard.
beautiful. I don't even like it. I
Hard to
don't even
get
like the
it, man.
brand. I'm a Dodge guy.
Exactly.
got a
I
Ford.
Not a
could tell I'm
Dodge.
a Dodge guy. You know, you might be a diesel,
I have another Dodge though.
but the whole thing is, I'm proud of you. I'm just trying to hear to celebrate that.
Nigga, I don't care. Nigga, you're
See,
weird,
you
bro.
call me
You're
the
weird.
N-word, and you're black on Tuesday, so it's like, you know, you call
Yeah,
me
today's
that.
Wednesday, dude.
Wait, today's
It's Wednesday, bro. Like
Yeah.
for real.
yeah, but black on Tuesday is a term for people that want to be selectively black. So
Right. So today is Wednesday. So shouldn't he
You know.
be the alternate color today?
like, you know, what I want him to do is to go work out with his little white friends and see how they talk to him, because like, once again, if he's black on Tuesday, he know that white people are racist towards him because he's part black. He's not even fully black, but yet he gets the attack like he's fully
Sir,
black.
sir, I'm skilled. No one disrespects me in my industry.
Okay, okay, you said,
And
but the whole thing
racist
is,
white
I'm proud of you.
racist white people like me actually, you know?
Okay, yeah, they love you, dude. But only
I
thing
dance
the only thing I
for
want to
them.
know is, what year is your
I
truck?
dance and I do all the stereotypical black stuff. You know,
DJ doesn't dance.
Yeah, I've never seen
Well,
that man dance once.
that's
Yeah, I
where
don't
you
know,
I've
Joe.
heard him
gotta
sing
dance
a
a
little
little
bit,
bit.
but
You gotta dance a little bit. You know, even when you walk, you gotta have a stride.
See, you're one
You
of those
know?
black on Tuesdays, and you talk to white people like that, like, "Hey, I dance. I'm an uppity black. I got white gloves in my truck," and you know, you think it's funny, but you don't understand. You're actually damaging a lot of black people.
I have mud tires on my truck.
Okay, I don't know.
what state do you
I'm
live in?
not
If you
gonna talk like
if you
I
don't mind me asking,
Pardon me.
Texas.
Texas. Okay.
I'm from Florida.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Damn, Texas and Florida must be crazy. But ski
I wanted
mask, I think the issue is that instead of having an intellectual conversation, you want to try to attack someone for things that they cannot change. I can't change my race. I didn't choose it, and but you can choose what you wear on your face, and that's a dumbass ski mask. I think people that wear ski masks like that are trying to hide something, and you're probably a lot more guilty of a lot more things than I have ever been or ever will be. Because ever since I turned 18, I decided to do the right thing, or my Louisiana buddies would say the white thing. If it ain't right, it ain't white.
And
They
you
say.
see,
Isn't that wait?
black
I'm
on
just
Oh,
saying
Isn't that
that's what they
racist right
say.
there? Isn't that
It's
racist?
funny though.
Isn't that racist right there? No, but it ain't
It's not
funny. Isn't that
racist,
racist
it's
right
funny.
there? What you're talking about?
It
That
is funny.
Like I
I've
talk
said
about
that
all the time.
before.
No,
I've said that
I mean I
before.
get what he's
As a
saying, but
meme.
it's still racist.
That's not racist.
Racism
dude.
is funny, dude.
Absolutely.
Not when it's directed at you, but it's funny.
So when I said it, why did
Dave
people
Chappelle
bash at me
racist?
when I said it?
Because you said it from
So
the
when
heart.
I said it, why did people say it?
You said it from the heart, dude.
He said it from the heart too.
No, he was laughing when he said it.
Well,
Anyway, like, what was the next question? Let's stay on topic. You had 15 minutes left, Dennis.
It's not.
Yeah, no, it was more so. Have you ever had to experience not getting a car? Going into a bank, going into like a place to finance a car. Like, did you ever have a feel of I'm not going to get approved? Maybe I'm not going to go.
The last car that I went to go buy, I had some worries that I wasn't going to be able to get it or get approved for it, even though I was putting 15,000 down on it.
What helped you get past that?
What helped me get past getting approved for it? I guess I don't know.
Oh, so you did it. See, one of the things is we're told like if you do applications, you're gonna get your credit ran, and if you do it too many times, it's gonna
fuck you over. Yeah,
so maybe that factor. So you knew when to go and do it. Like I'm assuming you went to a bunch of dealerships before you did the application.
No, I honestly, my last car that I bought, I did it the wrong way, and I regret it. And I wish I could go back and kind of shop around because I wanted a brand new vehicle. I wanted something with no miles on it. I wanted something small, so I was like, everybody's gonna meme me in the chat, but I wanted like a new Honda Civic because I had a Honda Accord, like you were saying.
Oh shoot,
the typical fucking white person car. I had a Honda Accord for like 10 years, and some bitch fucking hit me and totaled my car, so I had to go get a new vehicle. and I took what money they paid me out. I had a 2012 Honda Accord, and they gave me 10 grand for that shit. So yeah, so I took that and some other money I had set aside, and I went out and found a Civic, and they were like, "Yeah, it's like 30."
Did you get the hatchback?
34. It's not the hatchback. No, I have a moonroof.
Oh,
It's
just a
a
regular.
2023 Honda Civic LX.
Oh
Yeah, those are nice. Those are
Yeah,
nice.
it's clean. It's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And
anyway,
that's another thing. The brand of car you buy is gonna, like really tell you how reliable it's going to be.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
you got a Dodge, so why didn't you get a newer Dodge?
yeah, why'd you get a Ford, bro? I'm joking.
Exactly.
I don't even know what you got.
I wanted to get something that was reliable. It was before Obama. The vehicle was made before Obama. That gives
Did
you
you
a
just
little bit
Google
of a hint. And what Obama did was he did all kinds of rules and regulations to the vehicle manufacturers, which made the vehicles worse.
Mhm.
And they had to do all kinds of things in the engines, and just it's all crazy.
All kinds of
It's crazy
unnecessary
what they did
safety
to those
precautions.
vehicles.
So
Yeah,
wait,
dude,
you got a vehicle
all kinds
over
like
14
they get
years old?
probably like 20-30% more computer in it, just all kinds of complex bull crap they added to it to try to get the fuel more efficient as possible. And it didn't really do anything because we have the same fuel efficiency that we have now that we had then. But that's besides the point. I just know a little bit about vehicles. I've changed engines out. I've done transmissions. I've done all kinds of different stuff on vehicles. Because what I do is sometimes I buy a vehicle and it might be broken and I fix it up and I make a bunch of money off of it and use it. That's a smart thing to do. One time I had I had 4 trucks at one time.
Hey, Dennis, remember like 20 minutes ago when you said you were going to implement like a 2-minute timer on us?
It wasn't 2 minutes though.
I know,
but like I'm just saying.
I said a minute.
He's just like zoning out.
A minute 20.
Yeah, I'm like, see, this is what I mean. Let me just make it clear. The reason why I say I'm not doing panels is because I'd rather do one-on-one, because when I, bring on a bunch of people, it just kills me.
We're all talking and you just kind of like lose focus, right?
Yeah, I lose focus because and Black,
Did you smoke pot?
Like you talk a lot. No.
Did you smoke pot?
No, it ain't that. It's just like we keep drifting onto another thing instead of staying on task. And that's the reason why I said it's hard to like do panels. I don't have it in me. But real quick, chat. Any questions y'all got? I'm gonna put the questions on the screen, and if it pertains to you, if you want to answer them, I'm gonna end this in like literally 13 minutes at 2:10 mark at the top of the clock. Anybody got any questions? But yeah, I'm doing more like one-on-ones, and max would be 2 people in the future. Because it is the 80, like for you got ADD, I have ADHD. It kills me.
Well, maybe you should work on it and become better.
That's what I'm doing. But I'm not doing panels because I don't care about panels. I mean, it doesn't help me. My numbers dip every time because we don't stay on task. I don't keep people on task, and I don't have good questions.
About the numbers, huh? Yes, sir. Thinking like a real white man there. Think about like a real white man. Think about the numbers. Yes, sir. It's about the numbers.
I think you're drunk.
Dude, it's all about the numbers. That's why a racist white person will do business with the black person as long as money's involved. If they're getting a deal out of it, they're gonna do the deal, And that's what the problem with the other side is, that they don't see that money ain't racist. Money ain't racist at all.
Real quick, we got a question for you. What's the idea behind the name Blackish Cracker?
I think it's kind of self-explanatory.
God damn, bro. Like, really? Do I have to? Yeah, I'm gonna allow the white man to answer for me one time in my life.
Nah, dude.
White man,
I'm not
answer
taking
for me,
that from you.
please.
No way.
Answer for me, damn it. No, I get the whips out.
It's because he's a mixed breed. That's why. No, it's because he's
no.
Right.
I'm literally the blackest cracker, bro. I swam in creeks and I swam in rivers and the ocean and ran around on the streets and ran around in the woods and did all kinds of stuff before I even turned 18. And then when I turned 18, I became adult. I'm adult now, and I've been adult for a while. It's tough for some people to adult,
Okay, so this is for the gentleman in the bottom right corner. Can we know a little bit more about your backstory, sir?
Black as cracker, sir. Address me properly, sir. I'm not bottom right corner. I'm not bottom anything. If anything, I'm top right corner. Never bottom.
Okay, I'll put you top right corner then.
Yeah.
And can we know a little bit more about you? Because this is my first time meeting you.
Why do you want to know so much about me? That's really weird, wanting to know so much about a random person on the internet. I'm just saying, bro. You know,
That's fair. I
I'm
just want to
awesome.
know more about you.
What do you want to know? Like what? Okay, I've done construction my whole life. One of my goals have been double what I make every year. I'm on year, don't really want to say, but it's more than 10 years. And yeah, I'm pretty good on that goal set. My goal's just been making more money, make more money, make more money, more money, more money, baby, more skills. And that's what the problem is with a lot of these people. You want to be a worker, you go to work. You don't go to your job. You don't go to your career. You go to your work. And that's the problem. You have to understand that you are more valuable if you understand that value. And just because I understand the value of me, it seems like some people hate. But yeah, I say get a skill, man. If y'all are out there, there's plenty of schools that will pay you to go to school. They will house you, they will feed you, they will even give you a job after you graduate, and you won't owe them a penny. Or you can go to college and owe them $250,000 for nothing. But yeah, I make about $1,000 a day, bro. What else you want to know?
You make $1,000 a day.
Yep.
So you make over $300,000.
I mean, I usually take the weekends off, so I make about $20,000 a month. It's about $240.
Oh wow! I think Dennis can learn a lot from you, right?
I don't know if Dennis is cut out for manual labor though.
Yeah, I work with my hands.
I mean, you got the skills, man, and you got the answer. You got an answer for every question.
What industry are you in?
You said construction.
Yeah, I'm in services now. Services and construction. Yeah, I used to build houses. That sucked. Oh my god, that sucked. Like houses and track subdivisions.
And you know what, Dennis? He's an independent contractor, which means he works for himself.
Actually, first time.
He's an entrepreneur.
He's an entrepreneur.
I have an LLC, sir. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, dude, that's the smart thing to do. Open an LLC. Just do everything under the LLC.
Yep.
Fuck up.
Yeah.
Declare bankruptcy.
Black has got that back. That's why he went to buy here, pay
Shut
here.
up, Rage Face. You too smart.
He makes $20K a month, and he went to buy here, pay here. He owns an LLC, and he couldn't submit his documents.
Yeah, that's smart money. Smart money don't spend money, bro.
Yeah, smart money don't
you don't understand that?
Money. Smart money
no,
don't
dude,
spend no money.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you make $240 a year and you go spend $60,000 on a truck. You're a fool.
Most definitely. Yes.
Yeah, you're a fool.
You know trucks aren't that. The trucks aren't. You know trucks aren't that much. You can get a used truck for like freaking $20,000-$30,000.
Yeah, exactly. A used truck. So I went and got a used truck. Why would I go get a new truck?
You got a fit.
You know what?
You said 15,000.
Top right corner. You can't take it with you.
It's 15 grand.
You can't take it with you anyways. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is that a lot of people have a lot more respect for the money than they do the person, right? So
I mean,
money can move mountains. Money can move mountains. Ideas can move nothing. Your idea can't move anything.
But my whole thing is, why did you go to a buy here, pay here?
Because I wanted to.
Man, look. Why did you go to buy here, pay here? And you're facing a high interest rate. Why did you go to a buy here, pay here? Why didn't you buy it?
You got to think of it like this.
It's a flat price, bro. What are you talking about?
Florida. He lives in Texas. He claims to be a redneck. They all use the buy here, pay here's. Rednecks don't go to like a real dealership and get like a nice truck.
He's not no mountain man. He's not a mountain man because they won't.
He's a bayou boy. He said he's swimming in the rivers and shit.
I swim with crocodiles.
You probably live on like the Gulf side of Florida.
I swim with crocodiles, bro.
There's no crocodiles in the United States. There's only alligators. Stupid.
Crocodiles are in the salt water.
You stupid. There's only alligators.
Alligators are in the creeks.
There's only alligators in the United States. You can Google that. So
there's crocodiles.
Googling it right now.
Google it. Google
I'm
it.
doing it. I'm doing it.
Please, because from my understanding from watching Steve Irwin,
Who gives a
Rest in
shit?
peace.
the real blackest cracker, Steve Irwin. Yeah, crocodiles are not in the United States unless they're in a zoo.
My apologies for saying crocodiles instead of alligators. Oh, you got me. Oh,
I accept your
No,
apology.
idiot.
I
there
accept
are.
your apology, Mister. You make
American
200K a
crocodiles
year,
occur
you
in
went to
South
the
Florida and also may be found in
Exactly.
Cuba,
Shut
Jamaica,
up.
along the Caribbean
Shut up,
coast.
ski mask. You don't know what you're talking about,
They
bro.
are. The American crocodile is one of the largest crocodile species. Males can reach a
Idiot.
length of 6.1 meters, 20 feet, weighing up to 907 kilograms, 2,000
I was gonna
pounds.
make him do the calculations on that meters. You know what is meters? What system, ski mask? Since you so smart, what system is meters part of?
The
What?
metric system.
Oh, okay, there you go. He's got a little. You understand.
My
At
whole
least
thing
you're
is
not a
you make
typical
20K a
American,
year
as the
and you went to
Europeans
buy
would
your
say.
pay, though. You make 20K a year, but you on this panel. I mean, my
Yeah.
bad. You equate 20K a month.
Cares?
You on this panel, you make
Do
20K
you
a
want me
month,
to?
and you
Hey, do
talking
you
to
want me to start showing some of my money on this
Yes.
panel?
No, we don't.
Yes,
we
yes,
don't need
yes,
receipts.
most
This is the
definitely.
internet.
You
Like,
can start showing. You can start showing some of your money. It's
Yeah,
fine.
then
Yeah,
this
show your
might
money.
went a little bit. I'll kick this nigga off for a whole month, man. You, ski man, I'm trying to be nice,
Kick
bro.
who off? What are you
Listen,
talking about?
Show
ski
your
No,
man,
Black
I'll
as
kick
Cracker.
ski
You gotta
man off
understand.
for a whole month,
doing
$1 a
too.
minute,
No,
$1 a minute.
no, you be. I don't think you make that much because you gotta understand. My audience base would not have a guy that makes that much being this invested. You might make good
what about
money
me,
though.
dude?
I think you're good.
I'm
No one cares.
invested.
No one
I
cares about
make
how
good
you
money.
make it in reality. No, but the thing is, everybody that came on this channel and bragged about making, or not bragged, but just claimed they made 1,000 a day, have been exposed in some way
Matthew,
because
the
things
last
that they
check.
did.
Okay, so listen, I get a direct deposit. It's like a flat amount, and then like whenever
No,
I
we
feel
want
like
to see
it,
all your bread.
I put in for what I'd done, right? Because I do contract work. It's like per piece or whatever. So my company gives me a certain amount of money every week, direct deposited, no matter what I do. And then the difference is whatever I've done for the week, right? And I don't usually put in for that. But the last check I just actually put in for, which was the difference of I get a direct deposit every week of $3,000. And then whatever the difference of what the work I put in, they write me a check. My last check I got right here is $3,500. So what does that mean? I made $6,500 in 1 week.
Yeah, but you saying that you make $1,000 a day though.
Nigga, that's
But
more than
those are the
$1,000 in 5
I
days.
want to
That's
see
more
it.
than $1,000
I
in 5 days.
support
I don't
you.
work on the
But the
weekends.
thing is this, though, you got one upon me, and you're smart and intelligent. And I think I can learn a lot from you. So it's just like I just want to know if
I
you
don't
can
work
guide
on the
me.
weekends, dude.
How many hours
I
per
want you to
day
mentor
do you
me.
work?
I'm willing to pay you.
Work
Just
about
mentor.
8 to 12.
I want you to mentor me, man.
Yeah, Ski's trying
But
to
you
get
gotta
into
get skill.
to
You gotta
the
get a
house
skill.
building game.
Yeah, man. I want you to teach me.
Building barndominiums is where it's at, bro. Building barndominiums.
Well,
I'm
what is
actually
that?
building.
Can you explain that, sir?
A barndominium
Yes, please.
is it's a post frame structure. Like a regular house is what they call stick frame. And a post frame, basically the whole roof, all the weight sits on posts that are in the ground. Unlike a regular stick frame house, all the weight from the roof sits on a concrete slab. That's probably the easiest and quickest way to explain the difference of a regular house to a post frame house. And a
Thank you.
post frame house is the same thing as like a barn.
Thank
You
you.
know, like they can make it look like a barn on the outside with just metal roof, metal siding, and you can make it look crazy on the inside because the tax man can only tax you for what they see, right? From the outside. They can't just go in your house and say, "Hey man, how many bedrooms is it? Okay, we need to check that." So a lot of people get around the taxes, right? By building a barndominium and they make it really nice on the inside, but the outside looks like a barn. And you could say it's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. So they charge you for 1-bedroom, 1-bath. That's 3,000 square feet when it's actually 6,000 square feet, and it's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath.
I don't know if all that's correct. Maybe in the state that you're building these homes, but where I come from, they're taxing you on the plot of land that your home is on. Doesn't matter how big your home is. It's all dependent on like
it doesn't matter
the
about
neighboring homes, how much their property taxes are, and then how much lot space you have.
So yeah, y'all probably, but still, you probably get taxed per square foot of lot space. Like out here in Texas, they get taxed the same way on land, but it's the same way on houses also. Like if you have a 3,000 square foot house, and it does depend on what area it's in. Depends on how much you're going to be paying per square foot for like school tax or just regular city property tax and so on and so forth. You know, because the property tax breaks down to a bunch of different taxes.
I would like to add. I want to say that me and Dennis is definitely
Especially
jealous.
if you're in the city.
We are jealous of you. And
don't be jealous, dude.
And we want to be underneath your wing, or at least I want to be underneath your wing.
Oh, you want me to hire you? I'll hire you $25 an hour. How about that?
Okay, deal. Hire me.
Move to San Antonio. Come on.
Okay, deal. Okay, so
don't try no stupid shit. I know Taekwondo.
Okay, most definitely. I will love
See, like it's always the white people that learn Taekwondo.
Yeah, that's just the shit, bro.
It's a defense.
I will use your own attacks against you. Yeah, I will use your own attacks against you, bro. You don't even know. You don't even know. I love that shit. Hell yeah. But no, see, I ride around all the time. I'm just like all these people in this despair, and I'm just like, okay, who should I try to give opportunity to? Right? Because there's people just walking around, people sitting at bus stops and stuff. Man, I got an extra truck, dude. I could literally like pick somebody up off the side of the road that's not making any money barely, you know, $500 a week or whatever, and give them a job making at least. I usually start out $20 an hour. But recently I've been going a lot lower because I'm just sick of people's crap. And it seems like if you give them too much money, they give you too much shit back, you know, like their head's big or something. But yeah, and I've given so many people opportunities, dude. So many people. And that's why you could call me a fence sitter or whatever, but I know what reality is, bro. I don't know how many thousands of dollars you've loaned out in your life, but I loaned out thousands of dollars. And yeah, it doesn't really matter what the race is. They don't like to pay back.
You probably loaned out way more money than me and Dennis and Rage Face combined.
I've given away money.
I don't know. What do you mean loan out to like give to people or like through
no
credit?
Like actual loans? Yeah, they're supposed to give.
I don't know. I bought a house at one point, so I don't know.
I don't know, but all I gotta say is Blackish Cracker, man. You are just the best fence sitter I ever met, and you changed my opinion. You changed my.
Why am I a fence sitter, bro?
No, because you know.
How about this? You know what fence I sit on? You know what fence I do sit on? I'll admit it. I'm a fence sitter. I sit on the American fence. I sit on the American fence. It's red, white, and blue, 3,000 feet tall, and 3,000 miles wide.
Hell yeah, brother!
And I'm tired of us, you know, bickering and gammering at each other, and we need to get together behind the red, white, and blue, because I know what I believe when I get cut, and it's red, white, and blue, brother. And if you can't get behind that, I don't know what to tell you.
And you know what's wild? You probably come from the same blood that wrote the same Constitution. So you know what? You're right. You know, we're all American. We should all just learn after you. And you know, Dennis, you don't even.
No, I think we should start actually paying attention to the problems, like terrorists walking across the border and living in our country for years.
Yes. Your country, man, because at the end of the day, you're building houses. You're actually building up the country. The country will be nothing without you.
Why stop building houses?
No, keep building houses. And you know what I want?
No, because they're giving all those houses he's building to the migrants.
Probably, I mean, I built a bunch of barndominiums, dude. I probably built 200, 300 barndominiums, 200-300 barns, but I only built like 20 or 30 houses. You know, framed them. I was a carpenter.
Real quick question: Do you respect the Proud Boys?
The Proud Boys?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, those dudes been around forever, dude, and they were really weird, bro. Like, dude, yeah. A lot of people don't understand their history. But I think Gavin McInnes is the original founder of Proud Boys, and if you don't know anything about that reporter, look into him. You know, he's pretty solid. Yeah, exactly. So they went in there and kicked him out of there and took it over. That mixed dude took it over, And then it became basically a scapegoat for the far extreme MAGA right, or whatever you want to call patriots nowadays. And I mean, I don't really have an opinion about them anymore. They're probably like the Patriot Front, you know, the FBI Patriot Front.
You don't rock with them?
I mean, they're probably like the Patriot Front, dude. You know what the Patriot Front is?
You rock. Yeah, I mean, they're both radical.
I'm saying they're
groups,
controlled opposition now, bro. They're controlled ops. Maybe when they first started, when they first started, because what happened was those Antifa jackasses was going around attacking people.
Canadian? Gavin McInnes?
Yeah, yes,
he's Canadian.
Yes, and what happened was Antifa was going around attacking people at protests, and the police wasn't doing anything about it. So they created the Proud Boys to defend people against Antifa being attacked. And then somehow the news story became that, oh my God, these racist Proud Boys with the leader is mixed, you know, and there's plenty of black people in there, I'm sure, and it's just called the Proud Boys.
No black people. I know what the group is, and by the way, they started before that. They started because they were going after like the far left, like the colorful hair people that were like before Antifa came around. No, it started really. They started Antifa. No, they truly started like 2010, 2012, where like you had President Obama, and then he sparked up this race debate, and he pretty much when President Obama got in office, he pretty much made the country start hating each other based on skin color. Because I mean, prior to him being in office,
are you saying like the Proud Boys is like a BLM? The Proud Boys is like a BLM.
Yep, a non-violent BLM. Because now the only people they attack are people, the Antifa people that attack them first. But they follow along all that. They just attack. But I think they're both ignorant, because Proud Boys, what they stood for, I agreed with at the beginning, as you just said, before Gavin got out of there, because they were about fighting the far left narrative. But now what they stand for is hatred, because they, at this point, are pushing the white nationalist mindset. Like, I like white people. That's it. We need more white babies. Just like any white person, just like Farrakhan. I'm not going to talk bad about him, but he does that whole, spiel. I don't like anybody that does that. But yeah, that's the reason why I asked that, is because I would give it a hard no now, because they literally come out now, they're like black people. So their insurrection, think something I don't consider insurrection. Would you say all those people should be released?
Well, there's a judge that recently said yes.
What do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It depends on if they broke anything. If they broke anything, yeah, bro, you broke something. That's destruction of property. That's destruction of probably the craziest destruction of property charge you could possibly get in America, because you're in Washington, D.C., which isn't a state. So they can kind of charge you however the hell they want to and value at it whatever they want to. Yeah, it's dude, it's like a wasteland, bro. But it's literally a swamp. But
real quick, let me ask them real quick, and I got in this in a second. Rach, do you think? And then Ski, you go next. Do you think there's an insurrection?
So I think it was an insurrection. Yeah, I don't think it was. Obviously, that's how they label it. That's how it is labeled. There's a group of however many people, predominantly white, decided Mr. Trump told them to go to the Capitol building. They went to the Capitol building and then incited a riot.
So but is a riot insurrection?
My opinion is invalid. It doesn't matter.
But no one's. That's the thing, though. No one's been charged with insurrection.
Well,
no one's been charged with insurrection. Not even Trump.
Okay.
So what?
I don't listen. I don't want to get on the whole Trump train and like talk about that fucking fool. Like he's not worth.
Dude, I know. Believe me, I'm not. I don't like. Dude, I don't like any of them, to be honest. I don't like any of them.
Hey, well, real quick.
Black from a mile away.
Black Cracker, come on. Okay, I got you. Black Cracker, 1 second. Ski, do you think there's an insurrection? And Black Cracker, you're gonna come on.
Ask me if I support the Proud Boys, though.
Oh, yeah. I see that. Do you support the Proud Boys?
No.
What about the KKK?
No.
What about what they started as?
What the KKK started as?
Yeah,
With the hating black people?
looking for black people that were running away, slaves that were running away.
Dude, no, I don't subscribe to that. I don't support that.
What about Ski? Ski, what you think about? Do you support this Proud Boys, and do you think it was an insurrection?
I don't support the Proud Boys. The insurrection, I'm pretty indifferent on it, because as a, I wouldn't say real black person, I'm really indifferent, because that doesn't really affect. I mean, it does affect me, but it doesn't really affect me. I got bigger things on my plate to worry about. Was it an insurrection? Yes, it was an insurrection. You got all these white people going up to the Capitol, storming it. If it was just black people, all the white people would come out, bring out their guns, and say, "We got to kill them. They're trying to take over the country."
Mm.
So
They would gas them. There wouldn't have been any type of like non-violent from the police side. They'd be tear gassing and just beanbag pellets. It would be way worse.
Yeah.
So
it'd be like Tiananmen Square, but
if it was an insurrection, was it a setup?
How was it?
How was it a setup? Donald Trump literally said, "March to the fucking Capitol and kill."
I'll tell you how it was a setup.
Our greatest vice president ever, Mike Pence. He should be president.
Evil.
Mike Pence for president.
He didn't say go kill.
That dude look evil.
He didn't say go kill Mike Pence.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that himself, but everyone was chanting that. Hang Mike Pence, because his own fucking vice president was not going to, overturn the election for him.
Yeah, like once again, I'd like to interject and say this is why it's not a real black issue, because I got more important things to worry about. So
like my teeth.
Anyway, I got more important things to worry about. You talk to a black person that's really trying to, I got systematic racism to fight. So Mike Pence, I don't care. I got more important things to worry about.
What toothpaste do you use?
I think they all should get life plus 20 and the head roasted on a stick over peppers. So that's how I feel about it.
Well, let me ask this last question to Ski, because this is what I wanted Ski to do. This is the last thing I want to say before I had Dennis live here. Ski, you remember we were emailing, we were doing all that, whatever. If you want to go ahead and take your time and saying everything you wanted to say in regards to, like, so we can put all this in the past. The way you felt and where I was wrong and where I've been wrong in regards to, like, because I feel like it was the race issues and me always bashing black folks on this channel and trying to, make them out to be bad when, I was making my messages, speaking on different topics, whatever such. Was that the biggest thing, or is there anything else that you wanted to hash out?
I would like to hash out this. The main problem was Xtina, man. Like, when you kick somebody mid-sentence, you can't judge the whole sentence if you kick somebody mid-sentence, Xtina. Xtina is short for Christina. That's what they call her.
Hey, don't you be picking on my woman.
Anyways, I apologize, Xtina. But, I would like to say, I like to apologize to CG, because, I was talking with my girlfriend and I was just trying to tell her, like, me, I deal with a lot of different type of people. And it's just like, yeah, what I said, most definitely, I could see how that is taken disrespectfully. And it was disrespectful because, when you have something going on, like, for example, like, my younger brother, he got diabetes. So it's like, if I go somewhere and say he has diabetes, I'm thinking to myself, how would that make him feel? Yes, he does have it. And, how would that make a young child feel if I'm going everywhere saying he got diabetes? So it's more so like, I take care of him, separately, and nobody needs to know his condition. And that's the part of the privacy. So I like to apologize to Cali Girl. But in regards to you speaking wrong, in regards to you speaking wrong about black people, it's just more so it was just you venting. And what people don't understand is everybody have their own opinions. And we just need to be in a world where we can agree and disagree. I mean, agree to disagree. And it's just more so like, it's kind of like one of those things which is like, when I was younger, I was like you until, like, I went to college, got a job, and I start realizing black people are not really stopping me. There's a lot of white people and just working in the bank. Like, for example, if a black person is a little bit off topic, if a black person is trying to get a mortgage, they're going to do a verification of employment. And a black person might have a shoddy history because the stuff I've been through where I have to go to different type of employments, My employments may be short, but for a white person, for many white people, they can work somewhere for 20 years. Their interest rate is going to be lower because they have
You know
more stable.
why? You know why they work there for 20 years?
Can I-
Because they shut up and do their
Hold on,
job.
Blackish Cracker. Just let him finish, and then I'll give you and Rage the last words before I end this.
Oh.
But go ahead, Ski.
Yeah, but you know, when you was doing it, it's just more so you were venting. And I don't know if you ever seen my stuff in the comments. You know, you got to realize if you're beefing with black people, you're at the bottom. When you start moving up, you're beefing with the white people. Then when you move up higher, you start beefing with the Asian and the Indian people. So it's kind of like I'm like this. Okay, you know, you're trying to get to the next level, and maybe these black people are hurting it for you. But me, I'm like I'm not at that level where. You know, let's say, for example, if a black person really can't do anything to me. Like, if a black person look at me, they're going to say, like, you know, you're not gang related. We can't do nothing. You don't sell drugs, so we can't rob you, you know. But when I'm at the level I'm at now, I'm hearing all this racist stuff. I'm seeing all these undertones. I'm hearing a lot of Blackish Cracker comments. And it's like, you know, this is what stopped me from getting to the next level. So, you know, when you was venting, I was just saying, you know, he was venting because he's at a different level, and everyone's at different levels, and we need to accept that.
I appreciate that. Well, to make it clear that, you know, once again, I apologize because once again, I've came on here being disrespectful and saying nasty things to make myself feel better half the time, and it was just ignorant. So, Blackish Cracker. Actually, I'll let you Rage go next, and then that way, at Blackish Cracker, you say something spicy. Ski can respond, and after that, I'm going to end the live. So if you want to say anything, Rage, before I end this.
I was
about
just going to
anything?
have like a rebuttal about like the getting a mortgage thing, where like, you know, white people having like a history
Go for it.
of
Go for it.
working somewhere. So my previous, when I bought a house, like I had a co-signer on it, and that person didn't even have the job yet. And they took what they were going to be making from this job that they didn't even have yet and applied that towards what our mortgage would be as like income. So they just can make up whatever the fuck they want as long as you get a good broker. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, they're probably a privilege thing because I'm white, but still, like, it doesn't necessarily have to do with like a long time of being you know, employed. So like it's I don't know. I was just gonna rebuttal with that, and then I lost my train of thought.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and then I'll attack. See,
Yeah,
what
go
is
ahead.
face? What you don't understand is it's like you're like a small piece of the pie, and it's kind of like you're taking your experiences, and I'm not discounting them, and it's just like you wouldn't see it. It's more so it's something like on paper, where you know they take statistics, but it's stuff like, for example, with my current job, I had to do a verification of employment, and they asked me for W-2s.
So
Then they asked me for my bad. Then they asked me for W-2s. Then they asked me for pay stubs. Like for example, I literally got the email. I could show my friend because my friend's in the chat. You know, they asked me to prove that I worked these last 2 jobs, and good thing I didn't lie. But they actually had me give them my W-2. So like even right now, I'm in the process of refinancing my student loans, and I'm start this job on the 13th. My student loans that's trying to be refinanced by SoFi Financial, they won't let me refinance until I get my current employer to verify and send a document. Well, sign a document, send it back from them to verify my loan. So it's kind of like every bank does it differently, but it's kind of like it's something where it's like you got to see it on strict paper,
Right.
where it's like you're taking your experience and you're making that the narrative. And it's like, and I'm not taking my experience making that the narrative. It's just more so we got to recognize that this stuff does go on, where it's like, you know.
No, I totally agree. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of like
I remember 2008. I remember 2008 when the bank stole all like 3, 4, 5 million houses from all black people. You know, that was
How
crazy.
old were you in 2008?
No comment.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I know about it though.
No, I
Okay.
was scared when
I was old enough.
I put a fake job, and I was thinking, I was like, I'm thankful that they didn't ask for a W-2 for my fake job I put on my
No,
resume.
they didn't. In 2008, they didn't steal 4 million homes from just black people. They stole 4 million
the
homes
loans
from
just got defaulted
all
on,
kinds of Americans.
and they got foreclosed on.
They are loans
Ray
that should
Face, I
never
want you to know-
happen. Yep.
Yep.
So
I
it
agree with
does
it.
it
So
does
Rage
show
Face,
they
what do you
can do
remember?
whatever they want to on that paperwork.
What's up, dude?
And Rage, real quick, I want you to remember this, okay? You probably never walked into a dealership. Um, you never walked in a dealership and been asked, like, you like the car, you want to test drive it, but they asked you for proof of income, and they want you to do the application before you even get to test drive the car.
Absolutely not. No.
That's what black folks we have to go through before we can look at a house. They want to make sure we're qualified and we actually have a job. Like you have the what do you call it, the agent. They'll want you to send like proof of your income, and they'll try to press you into doing an application before you can look at a house. That's something that, and what Steve was talking about earlier with the whole, it scares black people out of doing stuff. I don't want to go and do all that before test driving the car to see if I like the car. That's the reason why we go to the buyer payers and we go to predatory companies that put us in, position to actually be able to own a home, own a car, own something. Like even with couches. Most white people, y'all can go to a furniture store and they'll give you the benefit of the doubt and they'll approve you, even if your credit is like not the best, but they'll approve you without asking for proof of income. But with us, they never give us any anywhere room to slide. Like you got a 650 credit score and you have like the furniture store. Because I had a 650 credit score like a year and a half ago when I went to get the first little futon I had at my old place for $500. And they denied me faster than whatever. And then after talking to the guy, they denied me becoming a rideshare driver and they wanted proof of income and all of this and that. But then if I was white, they probably wouldn't even have called to ask. Or not called to ask, but they wouldn't even have tried to verify. So that's just one thing that black people have to deal with, white people don't. It ain't
No,
that
I agree.
as it was, but it is. I don't know, Furby, what is she considered? Mixed or what? She puts down white or black?
She's not white.
Because she's white and black, right?
She's not. No. I'm not
Like
gonna. I'm gonna let her.
Like,
I do feel like we do get looked at kind of weird out in public sometimes, but then also a lot of times there's people that approach her and say, "Oh my God, I love your outfit. Oh my God, you look so cute." Blah 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 blah. But there are a lot of older white people that look at us like, "Oh, look at this interracial couple. They look, get a little hate glare."
They call you swirl couplers now or something.
Swirl.
Yeah.
Here's one. I'm sorry, Steve, not to get you off. There's one nasty one. I'll just tell you because I think I told y'all. My brother, or not my brother, my cousin who you looked out and gave me that cash for New Year's Eve. I remember he cussed out the bartender because, like, the bartender came over, he took our drinks, but then he brought us the receipt to pay before we got our drinks. Which people, I think this was like me and I'm not gonna say the name of the person because I don't want her to get. But we were going back and forth because she's saying I wasn't racist. And I'm like, bro, that's racist. Like
I've had that happen to me the part before.
Had never had. What, they made you pay? I'm talking about like an actual, like this was a hotel bar, so you're not running nowhere. And nightclub, yes, you have to pay before. Sometimes before they give you the drink, you got to pay. They didn't even make the drink until we paid. We were sitting there, and the guy brought the tab over, and he just stood there. They don't do that. They usually make you a drink.
That seems really weird. Yeah.
No, that's what they do out here, especially the black people. Like if they think that
they don't want people running off on drinks,
No, they didn't give them the drink yet. They wasn't going to make the drink until we paid, and that's the point. The way it works, I used to, with me running bars, you don't even give them a check yet until you give them a check after you give them the drink and say you want to leave your tab open or not. If they say yes, you take a debit card and they hold it. They didn't even give us a chance. He just said, "Here you go," and he gave us the checkbooks, and he just stood there and waited instead of making the drinks first because he wanted to make sure that the money went through. And this happens a lot with black people. We got to pay, and they got to make sure everything's good before they make the drink. Well, and that's something that white people don't even encounter.
I do have to say that I don't know if it's the area that you're in, but my best friend is black. Like he's dark, and we've been to a lot of places together, a lot of bars, a lot of concerts, places in New York City, and I have never had that experience with him. Like they've never it's like everywhere we go, it's like all love everywhere. So I don't know if it's just a California thing where they're like profiling or what, but
no, it's all over the country. Remember, I'm not talking about all bars. I'm just saying it's a stigma that, like I'm just saying, the reason why I had to apologize Ski about the way I was acting because I forgot where I came from, because I know that when I go with my family, my sisters, whatever, to before I moved here to like a bar or anywhere, I know we get that nasty look to where they assume we're not going to tip. When I get the tipping, I'm not going to get into that, but they think we're not going to tip. They think we're not going to pay for our food. So they're like literally before we get our meal, try to make us pay. You have all these things that white people, they dismiss and they don't understand that if they felt the same way, like if they felt like they were being judged for doing something that, you know, they're doing you a favor by buying drinks in your bar. I think it'd be a different vibe. But that's just my thought on that. When you approach the whole, oh shoot, I think two dogs are fighting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but
Y'all
also
go ahead. My bad.
see, and that's the thing though. With racism, people usually like to justify. So it comes back to the whole thing of, okay, we're gonna give them bad service because they're not gonna tip. But how you know they're not tipping because you gave them bad service?
Right.
What comes first, the chicken or the ass?
Yeah, true that. I mean, I usually tip pretty good, but there was a situation where Furby and I were at like a Applebee's, and the fucking waitress was like over there talking to this other couple forever. So I mean, I kind of feel like we're doing the whole stigma thing with what you just said, but it took this woman like 20 minutes for her to come over and take our fucking order, and she had no interaction with us besides asking me what we wanted, and I ended up leaving that bitch no tip. So I mean, like, it can depict on service, or was she profiling, Furby, or what? Like, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, but the issue is, with a lot of white people is, anytime you give them service, they want to talk.
I don't. I want you to get it out of my fucking face. I want my meal and I want to enjoy it in peace.
Thank you. But my whole thing is this: anytime I talk to like older white people, they start talking about polo, Rotary Club. I'm like, I don't know anything about that. They were there talking to me about camping and trailers. I'm like, I ain't got no trailer, bro. And you talk to me all day about a damn trailer because they want to brag. I'm like, okay, why don't you go to your little country club and go brag to those millionaires? Here it is. You talking to my broke ass about a damn boat.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm gonna cut this here. Any last words you guys want to say to anybody in the chat or whatever such? Go for it.
I want to say shout out to Maverick. I like Chinese buffets.
Yeah.
Chinese buffet.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Shout out to J Media. Shout out to Xtina. Shout out to Blackish Cracker. Shout out to Ray Trace. Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to FD. That's for Furby Brainer. Yeah, East Side, Stomp Avenue.
Appreciate you, man. Anything you want to say, Rach?
Yeah, shout out to all those same people. Yeah, dude. I don't know. You said the last video you're not gonna do panels anymore, and here we are. But
yeah, I mean, it just happens. It just happens. Cause I felt bad because here's the thing, Blackish Cracker, when he comes next time, just understand, people like him that come on here, they are the reason why, because I like to be able to talk and then people respond to that and then we move to another topic. I never get to move to another topic because he starts trolling a little bit and starts trying to be funny and starts being not serious, and it just throws me off and makes me not interested. That's the reason why I said I don't like doing these panels, but I like doing one-on-ones because you can't really be, clowning because, I can rebut. So that's the reason why. But for now, I mean, I'm going to try to stay away from just certain people being on because I need to have productive conversations because my numbers are never going to increase if I keep doing this.
Yeah.
But with that said,
and maybe change the title a little bit.
I got to say shout out to Noob King Nero because he was talking smack. He was talking smack last time, man. He was in the back room talking mad smack, that Noob King guy.
Yeah. Shout out to you're friends with him, right?
I don't even know. Nah.
Not me.
No, the dude was
I don't know him.
Nah, Ski, you're friends with him, right?
Nah, I don't.
You know him personally, right?
Do I?
I don't know. Do you?
Oh, maybe I do.
I don't know.
But all I know is he was talking all that smack in the back room. I'm not no snitch. So I can't tell you what he was saying. But shout out Noob King. Shout out Jerome P. and that new fix. All right, bye.
Peace.
Oh, no. Wait. Ski, I got a question real quick. I forgot to ask you. That day when you were trying to come on and that other person, that was you, right? Talking to yourself for 15 minutes. It was literally 100 messages in my back office.
No. I'm being dead serious. That was not me. I put that on everything. No, the man.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
I don't know. I thought you would screen record it or screenshot it or something.
No, I read all the messages because it was funny because dude literally was going at you, calling you all kinds of names, and I thought you were talking to yourself because the way he went off and you came on, like, and then y'all both were on the same time, and it's like it was a mess. I didn't know if that was you or not, so
No, that wasn't.
it was crazy.
My friend out the bag, he got his thing got blocked, so he was telling me, he was like da 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 da. They talking about you. I'm like, what? Because right now I'm bouncing back, but I don't want to keep you here any longer. But yeah, East Side.
Yep. No, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe.
dude.
I'll try to come back on later tonight. Or not later tonight, but a video later tonight. But I appreciate y'all. Everybody jumped on Rage, Ski, Black Crack. I'm not gonna say. I'm just saying Blackish. Guys, the whole point of this is I just want to have fun and do YouTube and eventually grow. But I got to be better, and I got to, be better at even moderating. If I do the panel situation, which I really don't want to do, but it just always happens. But to wrap up this video, the whole point of this was to talk about: is it okay to platform racist folks, people that are literally that hate Black people for no reason other than their skin color? I think it's bad to do that. I think it shouldn't be happening. But you guys can have your own opinion. But with that said, I got to get to work now. I'm running kind of late. That's all I got. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Peace.